So then, as usual, I will just go over the business for today. So we are learning the luxury brands histories. We covered so far Burberry and Louis Vuitton, and at the end of last week, we did a bit of a comparison between the two brands. And if you remember, they are both in the mid of 19th century, only 2 years apart. Remember Yijun? Okay, and they were, they are historical, iconic, okay, and landmark luxury brands in the history of fashion, and they represented, the beginning, perhaps, okay, the mid 19th century. I was asking the history, comparative history. In the mid 19th century, things that took place in China, in Taiwan, in France, in England, okay, in the mid 1850s, so that you have a sense of the history when it comes to fashion. And today our topic moves on and going into from the 19th century into the 20th. And we, country-wise, we go from England, right, and then France, and then Coco Chanel is again French. So we stay in France, but then the timeline goes into the 20th century. If I were not mistaken, in our first week, okay, the brief timeline of history of fashion in the 20th century, Chanel is being chosen for the 小黑礼服怎么说? The little black dress, which has been recognized as the signature piece, okay, in the history of fashion, and especially it's been regarded as a revolution, okay, little black dress. And little black dress, as I told you, was imagined design, okay, in the year 1926, so the 20th. And today we're going to go into the life, okay, career and work of Coco Chanel. She passed away in 1971. So she is still very much, okay, a contemporary person. And she lived a long life. You can double check, okay, the three of you who are going to make the presentation today. I think she was born in 1883 and lived until 1971. She had a long life, about 80 years old, okay, and did she ever marry? I don't think so, okay, I only checked the Google. I don't know that much, but all of you have the smartphone, you can Google her, and you will have a quick glance of her life and her career. And so far, she is perhaps among the three that we have covered: Thomas Burberry, the English draper, remember? 裁缝师啊，是不是哈？ The English draper who invented the trench coat, and then Louis Vuitton, the trunk maker, the packer, right, for Napoleon III, the noble families, for the royals, okay, for the royals, the royal members of the noble families, okay. So that's how they started. But then Coco Chanel, her original name, Gabrielle, okay, has a very humble family background. Okay, I don't know if you're going to talk about that, okay, and she grew up in an orphanage. Okay, her father abandoned the family when she was 5 years old, or are there 5 children in her family? But anyway, her family background was, very humble. Okay, she didn't grow up with traditional parental care in her surroundings. Okay, she grew up with a bunch of nuns, okay, caretakers. So that's where she came from. So we're going to go into the 20th century. Okay, so timeline. I like to say something about history. Time-wise, okay, we say goodbye to the 19th century, right? Because when they were working on the trench coat, that's already World War I. when he, opened up his shop and invented the trunks for the celebrities, to travel across the Atlantic. Remember the Titanic? That was 1911. So we were already in the 20th century. And today we are really going into, sort of the mainstream of the 20th century. So I think that's very good for you to have a sense of history. Every time when you go window shopping, in the luxury brands boutiques, I think it's wonderful to know where they came from, when they became part of the material world of our modern society. So then the fashion vocabulary today, I guess the videos, will introduce likewise the key vocabulary items that's really the core of the course. You study fashion, we're working on English. And I mentioned the speaker who will be here actually maybe 3 weeks from today. And then we do have our exams, I mentioned one toward the end of April, and that's for the early first half of the semester, and we will do another, toward the end of the semester, which covers the other, half of the materials that we will cover. And finally, one student raised a question in your post, in your blog. So the due date, for your blog posts should be in the plural, from this week on, be due on Friday, the day after, because many of you are busy during the day and actually are also busy at night, and you wouldn't be able to have the time to finish the reflection. So from this week on, your blog posts will be due Friday, one day after, so you will have some extra time, to organize your thought and to sort out all the key vocabulary. So this really is your self-study diary, that you keep on a weekly basis. That also you can look at others, right, and see how it goes. And I hope this is a community that keeps you going with regards to your study of fashions. So I guess this gives you a general outline of where we've been and where we are going. That time, flies so quickly. Today is the 23rd, so very soon we're going to say goodbye to March, right? And then, April, May, and June. In June, summertime, and the people, all of you will be going somewhere, right, for a happy summer. Don't you love that, that the fourth season move on and we, progress along with the seasons. So here I give you the reflection sheet. That's really the purpose for you to keep notes of everything that you will be watching, that you will be reading. So I guess at this point, any question? This is already week 5, I guess, and we are moving ahead with our weekly presentations and weekly 名人是不是哈时尚名人 weekly big shots in the world of fashion. So hopefully we're moving on a smooth and very pleasurable, because this is all famous luxury brands, and also I think you like me do enjoy the wonderful PPT presentations made weekly by the students. So any questions at this point? So without further ado, I guess this mic functions very well, It gives me a sense of performance that I'm holding the mic, and you are all my audience. So I'd like to invite the 3, and they are Hui Qing and Ting Rong, and the exchange student from originally Anhui, but now Guangzhou, 对吧? From Guangzhou 华南理工大学孟海华南师大 I'm sorry, and they're going to tell us, share with us, their research on the history of Coco Chanel, and then also the interview they did, with an Italian student. Great. Let's give them a round of applause.
Once upon a time, there lived a little girl who hid her humble origins all her life and preferred to invent her own legend. Once upon a time, Gabrielle Chanel was born under the sign of the Leo to a traveling peddler and a laundress who died at 32, exhausted by life. Once upon a time, there was a father who abandoned his 5 children and had his 3 daughters sent away to an orphanage. At 12 years old, Gabrielle would never see him again. Forever after, she pretended that he had left to make his way in America. Once upon a time, there was an orphanage behind the walls of a convent, the Abbey of Aubazine, where Gabrielle spent nearly 7 years. The Romanesque purity of this ascetic world would inspire her sense of austerity and her taste for black and white, while the opulence of religious garments and ceremonial objects would spark her fascination with Baroque style, gold and colored gems in years to come. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl who spent her days sewing and her nights singing in a cabaret before troops of cavalrymen. She was called Coco because she often sang, "Who's seen Coco in the Trocadero?" She always preferred to pretend that Coco was the nickname given to her by her father. Once upon a time, a young woman with a boyish allure refused to ride side-saddle on the horses of a well-born cavalier, Etienne Balzan. She dressed like no one else, taking her inspiration from masculine attire and inventing new styles of hat, which she stripped off their birds and feathers to make them simpler, lighter, more chic. Her first clients were working girls, but society quickly followed. Once upon a time, there was a great love named Boy Capel, English, wealthy, and cultivated. He was the man of her dreams. He introduced her to literature, the Orient, and the esoteric. Boy helped Coco become Chanel. She decided to open her first boutiques in Paris, Deauville, and Biarritz. She wanted to work to win her liberty. Once upon a time, a revolution came to pass when, in a stroke of genius, Coco Chanel transformed the female silhouette. She shortened dresses, revealed ankles, freed the waist, eliminated corsets, revived jersey, cut her hair and bronzed her skin. Chanel closed one era and launched a new century of fashion. Once upon a time, at 31 Rue Cambon, Mademoiselle Chanel opened her first couture house in Paris in 1918. The little country girl, the orphan of Aubazine, had become the queen of Paris. Before liberating women, she had liberated herself. Once upon a time, there was a love story that ended abruptly. Boy Capel died in a car accident. For the first and last time, Coco Chanel was seen to cry. "Either I die as well," she said, "or I finish what we started together." She chose to go on.
Okay, after enjoying this video, let's give a brief introduction about Chanel. Chanel is a high fashion house that specializes in haute couture and ready-to-wear clothes, luxury goods and fashion accessories. And here, haute couture is a French vocabulary the H doesn't pronounce. It means the high-end products and designed for someone. And as a fashion designer, Coco Chanel cater to women's taste for elegance in dress, like the blouses, suits, trousers, dresses, jewelries of simple design. And just as mentioned in the video, Chanel just caused a revolution in women's wear. So that means these fashion items replace the opulent, over-designed, and constructive clothes and accessories of 19th century fashion. And as we all know, Chanel product brands have been personified by many fashion models and actresses. So let's date back to that period of history. First is the establishment and recognition. That's in the 1909 to 1920s. The House of Chanel originated in 1909. And then let's move to the business partners. That is late 1920s. The success of the number 5 encouraged Coco Chanel to expand the perfume sales beyond France and Europe. And at this time, Chanel does, not only needs the products, but also have to require the investment capital, businessmen's acumen, and access to the North American markets. And then it's the third period, that is the elegance and the wool, 1930s to 1940s. Coco Chanel has had progress to womanly fashions in the 1930s, like evening dress designs and the summer dresses. And then it's the resurgence, that is 1950s to 1970s. Upon returning to France from Switzerland, Coco Chanel found the fashion business enamored of the new look. And then it's now the post-Coco era. In 1983, Karl Lagerfeld took over as chief designer for the Chanel. And like Chanel, he looked into the past as inspiration for his designs. And he also incorporated the Chanel fabrics and detailing, such as the tweed, gold accents, and chains. He kept what was signature for Chanel, but also helped bring the brand into today. And after date back the period of history, let's see some very classic items. When you first talk about Chanel, what first comes into your mind? Maybe it's the number 5 fragrance. This perfume is the best-selling fragrance in the world, and it started life back in 1921. And the name for Chanel's first fragrance is said to come from her superstitious belief in the virtues of the number 5. And at the same time, Chanel also started to expand and go global, launching a cosmetic line and a range of skin-scale products. And then is the very classic little black dress, and is abbreviated for LBD. Just as the picture shows, it's a black evening or cocktail dress, and is cut simply but really short but very elegant at the same time. And the little black dress is considered essential to a complete wardrobe. And the rule of fashion is said that every woman should own a simple, elegant black dress that can be dressed up or down depending on the occasion. And then let's go to the Chanel's bag. In the 1920s, Coco Chanel became tired of having to carry her handbag in her arms and decided to design a handbag that freed up her hands. And just inspired by the straps found on soldiers' backs, she added the seam straps to the bag. And there is a rumor that said the zippered compartment at the inside of the front of the bag is to store her lost letters in her original bag, but it's just a rumor. Don't take it seriously. And for girls, it's really common. That's Chanel's makeup. The full name is Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet Luminous Matte Lip Color. The name is really long, and this product just elevates matte to a new elegance. And it's because it's really moisturizing. It just feels as weightless as a second skin. So let's go back to the vocabulary.
Chanel is a vocabulary, a set of canons, a discipline, a grammar. The handbag. Chanel drew inspiration from men's military satchels. Their bags equipped with straps became an essential, which she refashioned in jersey fabric lined with gros grain. In February '55, Gabrielle Chanel gave it a quilted diamond-shaped pattern for improved wear and comfort, enhanced it with burgundy lining, stamped it with a double C, and transformed the strap into an interlaced chain slipped through 2 eyelets. The 255 was born. The little black dress, a revolutionary style reminiscent of the uniform worn by the nuns at Aubazine. It did away with the constraints of corsets and created a new silhouette, that of Parisian chic. Karl Lagerfeld constantly reinvents it in jersey, crepe and silk. The costume jewelry. The illumination of Gabrielle Chanel. Long necklaces made of Baroque gemstones, cabochon crosses and crystal adornments depict precious glimpses into her life. Where Venetian and Byzantine influences are side by side with the Duke of Westminster's England and the Grand Duke Dimitri's Russia. They enhance the structure of any dress, like stained glass from the Middle Age illuminates a nave. The camellia, a flower picked from Coromandel's greens used to embellish hats, dresses and shoes. Mademoiselle made it her emblem. She preferred white camellias and would depict its geometric perfection on a little black dress like a halo of light. Either made of cotton, leather or silk, embroidered, printed or knitted, the camellia is completely scentless as not to cast a shadow on number 5. The the chain. Coco reinterprets it into belts, bracelets and necklaces. She would weave them out of leather or embellish them with charms. Karl Lagerfeld uses them abundantly and transforms them into rhinestone and resin. Its most mysterious manifestation, the chain-link trim sewn inside the hem of the Chanel jacket to ensure a perfect fall. The two-tone shoes. The final touch of elegance, as Gabrielle Chanel used to say. They were two-tone because beige lengthens the leg, while black hides spots and makes the foot appear more petite. In form of pumps, boots or sneakers, the two-tone shoe fits all walks of life, putting the ultimate finishing touch on the silhouette, with a graphic movement similar to dotting one's eyes. The pearl, a symbol of good luck worn around the neck, Gabrielle Chanel wore endless strands with her outfits. She would only appear in her workshops bearing her luminescent shield and cherished their white color, which enhanced her signature black. Like a magician, Karl Lagerfeld lavishly experiments with pearls to make them the shimmering signature of Chanel. Tweed. Originally from Scotland, Gabrielle was inspired by the Duke of Westminster who wore it hunting, and she softened the fabric to create timeless, comfortable suits for women. Reworked each season, tweed is reinvented by Karl Lagerfeld to create silk-lined jackets, showcasing legendary braided trim or a casual fringe. The tweed jacket never goes out of style. As Mademoiselle used to say, fashion passes, style remains.
Okay, now let's move on to the vocabularies that I have chosen for you today. The first one is tweed. It's a rough surface woolen cloth which is made of goats or lambs and is typically mixed fleck colors, meaning that in this picture it's flecked with white and black, and it's originally produced in Scotland. Next one is opulence. This one is a more hard vocabulary, and you can memorize it by remembering the other synonyms, meaning wealth or luxuriousness. The next one is liberate, setting someone free from imprisonment, slavery, or oppression. In this picture, these black birds were liberated from the white bird. Now let's move on to the questions. The first one is, in 1983, who took over as chief designer for Chanel? That's right.
Yes. Wait.
Karl Lagerfeld, is he also French?
I don't really know that, but
Yeah, can someone, can you Google on him, you know, his nationality? Maybe he's British, Lagerfeld, or German.
I don't think he's French though.
No, he's not.
He's not French.
So Hao Yuan, you can help. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, okay, so that's 1983.
Okay, the next one is, what is considered an essential item by many women? Does anyone know the answer?
Of course we know, right? Yeah.
It's kind of clothing.
Which is the essential that we mentioned so many times already.
That's right.
Which is also LBD, right?
Yes,
The little
black dress.
LBD.
So where he come from?
Did you find where he comes?
German. He's German.
Oh, he's German.
Oh, he's German. Oh, okay.
Next one is, what does Chanel specializes in? A, haute couture. B, ready-to-wear clothes. C, luxury goods. D, fashion accessories. E, all of the above. Which one is it?
Choose one.
It's kind of easy.
A, B, C, D.
Yijun, which one?
Choose
Yijun, is that you? 你的名字Yijun吗？Yijun, yeah, Yijun. So which one you would choose?
Yes, thank you.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for your answer. And now let's talk fashion.
Wow, yeah.
Okay, this is our.
Hello everyone, I'm Vivian and this is Constance. She's our friend's answer. Let's say hi. Hello. Hey, she's from Italy, right? And today we will do the last talk about fashion part.
Okay, this is our interview student is Alexander, and she's come from Italy. And why she come to Taiwan? Because she want to learn modeling, and she's there maybe 1 year. 1 year, yes. Okay, now we ask her question 1.
Before watching the two video, what do you think of Chanel? Before watching the video, actually.
Okay, if I have to be honest, I never have a great interest in her, but not because I don't like her, I don't like the brand or the fashion. It's just that I have different interests. Okay, that's why. But after I've seen this, I have to say that she's actually, can I say, no, she's kind of inspiration to people, because she started from owning nothing, because she said that it was to like read and
So
fashion.
So you think Chanel is a great lady, and you wanna have interest in?
She answered, if I have to be honest, she had not a great interest, because she didn't like this brand, because she have a different interest. But she think Coco Chanel is an inspiration to people, and because Coco Chanel start from nothing. And our question 2.
So, what's the most unforgettable part of this two videos you watched?
Okay, I think mostly the second part.
The second part.
Yeah, because it deals with like vocabulary of fashion, and I thought it was fun.
And after seeing these 2 videos, she think mostly the second one, because she think this was quite interesting. And our question 3.
Chanel design, and does it show signs of collaborations, and where do you see them from?
Okay, I think that for sure it shows signs of liberation, because I don't remember really well the period, but it should be like 1920 or something like that.
Something about the equality.
And she reinvented all the fashion, even like skirts and hair and stuff. No, it's
Yes, she think Coco Chanel is pretty cool, because she cutting the skirt and hairstyles, and she revamped all the fashion. So she think Coco Chanel design shows signs of liberation. Last week we had an interview with an Italian student. Also, we didn't get to know her much. We did made a comparison on the fashion brands between Italy and Coco Chanel. From her point of view, we can be sure that Chanel is definitely a brand of the era. And now it's really a surprise to my partners is let's talk funny. During our watching a video. Okay.
The whole video was 10 minutes long, and there were parts that were very funny, and I was laughing so hard, and they thought it was funny to show everybody.
Oh, show the front.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. This behind the scenes. And okay. This is our collaboration. Okay. Thank you for your listening. This is our presentation.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Wow.
So then, so some of the vocabulary
vocabulary that you remember, right? So the key remember. Oh, yeah, another thing is that I really like oh, here we go. Okay, so like, so tweed. So tweeds. Do you have any tweed on you today? In your research, okay, do you know anything about the? 记不记得我们说 Burberry 的monogram cashmere, right? Monogram cashmere. What else? Check, right? And then scarf. Okay, so monogram cashmere check. Scarf. So how can we use, the words, the vocabulary to describe this one? So this is there's a word, okay, monogram comes in here. No, there's no monogram, okay. Then how about the second one, cashmere? So we should say tweed, right? So how do we describe this item? When it comes to the Burberry scarf, we say is the monogram, and then we come to the material, right? Cashmere. Well, I'm not sure about my spelling. And then is the 格子，是不是 the pattern? Okay, and the item is a scarf. So how can we say the same thing for this Chanel jacket? Then does it come, can we use this word monogram? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm not sure, okay. But then this is the fabric, right? So what's the fabric of this jacket? What's the, what's the fabric of this jacket? It's tweed. No? It's tweed, but he says it's wool, okay. Which one is more correct? Okay, so then this is can we also say check? Because this particular one, okay, the pattern, what is the pattern? It's
more like flat.
It's more like flat?
The one on the...
Flag colored. So what does flag mean?
Flag meaning...
Tirong says, okay, is flag. What does flag mean? This word I don't know. 你没有在拍了哈 Yeah, there's something that the teacher doesn't know. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, so in terms of danping, right? This is not a scarf. It's a jacket, right? Or do we say it's a Chanel coat? Which one is more correct? So, Tirong, what does a flag mean?
I'm not sure, but it's like
mixed flat colors. Oh, you are talking about the colors, but I'm asking for the goods. No, I'm asking for.
就是有点斑驳的。
flat color， 就它是交错的颜色 ，right? Okay, and originally produced in Scotland. Okay, can we copy this? 这叫 collocation， 对不对？好几个名词 ，Are they all nouns? Monogram， 记得那个单词的意思吗 ？Cashmere definitely a noun. Check definitely a noun. Scarf, okay, 4 nouns. Like 接龙游戏, right? They are lining up, okay, to indicate one special item of Burberry that the girls in high school in Japan like to wear with their uniform. So can we use the same thing so we don't say monogram, right? So the monogram, when it comes to Burberry, no, when it comes to Coco Chanel, do we have a monogram? Do they have a monogram? No, that's one. What is this? This double C, right? It means from Coco. 是不是 is Coco her real name? No. Okay, that's the fake name, pseudo name, okay? But also her family name is Chanel. Is Chanel the real family name? Which comes with a C and which comes a C. But also here is also double C. So this refers to Coco or, okay, vice versa, Coco Chanel. Her real name is Gabrielle. Again, I'm not sure. Gabrielle, okay, for girls. Okay, that's the double C. Okay, what is that? Is this more it's like the Louis Vuitton, right? 记不记得那个单词把 L 跟 V 合在一起，英文怎么说 the interlocking, right? Like the trains, okay, of the like the rails. 火车的轨道，一个接一个，一个接一道，是不是 interlocking? So this Louis Vuitton, remember Louis Vuitton, V and then L. You can Google from your smartphone, okay? And this is a double C. Also, 两个合在一起，英文要怎么讲 ？Interlocking. They are interlocking, right? So it's a lock. You lock it, but then they are interlocking. 彼此把彼此锁在一起，是不是哈 ？So the double C, the interlocking. So this is what, 婷蓉 This is a logo. This is more the logo, right? This is a logo. This is a logo. So this is not the monogram. No, this is not the monogram. Okay, this is a logo. Okay, so this is a logo. So does Coco Chanel have a monogram? Do they? Yes or no? Okay, we have to double check. Okay, so we're not sure about this. Okay, but this is a, so we, instead of saying monogram, okay, it seems that they don't have one. So we can say this particular important item that you see on the screen is a 经典型的，对不对 ？A classic. Well, tweed 到底是什么？是一个 material 还是一个 pattern？ 浩源，是一个 material 还是一个 pattern？ This is a pattern. It also refers to actually to color. Okay. So tweed is a fabric or is that a pattern?
It's a fabric.
It's a fabric, okay? But it's a particular woven style of the wool, right? That's being woven in a particular way, and we call it the tweed. 斜呢 what? 斜呢绒，斜纹 okay? And then the color-wise, okay, is flat color. Different colors, okay, but then I think also in terms of the pattern, it's still the check, right? 格子纹的, and then it's a jacket or it's a coat. It could be either, okay, jacket or 慧清, what do you think?
Jacket.
You think it's more like, okay, it's more jacket, it's more correct. Okay, 婷蓉, would you agree? It's more a jacket than a coat, right? And 孟涵, you seem to agree, okay?
I think it's more like the coat.
You think it's more coat, okay? Can you double check to see how, you know, your source would say? Okay, so this one, this particular, okay, anything else that we can say in terms of the Chanel vocabulary, okay? One thing that sometimes you see when you go into their boutique, the 边边, the trims, okay, sometimes you see the 边边, okay, are decorated with what? With chains, remember? Okay, what else? And many times, okay, this jacket or coat comes in 2 pockets, right? But more so in, do you see that? Oh, well, not particularly this one, okay, also 2 breast pockets. So in other words, they come in 2 4 pockets, right? Anything else that you have, the 3 of you can identify the features of a Chanel design?
The buttons on
The button? Oh, the buttons, oh here. Anything about the button? Oh, they always come with some buttons. Oh, okay, so these are the, do you see here? They have the buttons. Oh my God, thank you. I didn't know that. Okay, here. Okay, they have the buttons. Okay, anything else? Okay, this particular one, we don't know exactly, but then it seems to have the 2 important colors, which are black and white. Black and white. Okay, well, I don't know exactly because they are flat. 斑驳交错的，是不是哈？ But then I think the 2 colors, as far as we can tell, okay, it seems to be primarily or dominantly, okay, a combination, okay, a mixture of black and white. Okay, finally, 孟涵会亲爱的婷蓉, you didn't mention the price. Tell us how much this Chanel classic. Okay, wait. Let's play it. Okay, the classic tweed flat-colored coat or jacket. Okay, for a woman, how much would be? You didn't tell us. Okay, last week when they were working on the Louis Vuitton bags, okay, they told us. Okay, do a quick search. How much? Or take a guess. Take a guess for girls in the back. You know. 温玉璇
Can you tell? Can you guess how much this one will be? More or less? You don't know, OK？ 那些做包包的同学 ，Louis Vuitton 的同学都不见了啊。陈云谦、江小新 ，Great, super, you are here. OK, remember how expensive all these Louis Vuitton bags, right? The Alma bags, the Neverfull bag, OK, and also the Speedy bags. So expensive. Can you guess how much this one will be? 真的。5万块怎么讲？5万台币 ，OENT dollars，OK， so 5万是什么？50个千 ，so we say 50,000. Is that about it? Okay, 慧晶 upper. Okay, maybe you can get a second hand. Okay, the classic tweed flat collar Chanel jacket or coat. Okay, 50,000. You buy a second hand. Okay, if you want to buy an original, how much this will be?
I guess about 150,000.
哇，他有对吗？我要疯掉了。原来是50个千，现在他说是150个千，so that's how much? Is that what you say? 150个千 ，that's how much? 15万台币哈。Is that about it? Okay, our class 啊，16万。哦，你们真的可以查出来呀！哇，真的太棒了。OK， 好 ，girls, if you want to become a woman, okay, that's how much you have to pay for real Chanel, let's say with the classic tweed flat collar Chanel jacket or coat. Okay, the original one, okay, fresh from the racket will be 不是150千哦，是160千哦 ，will be 160,000 in NT dollars. That's how you have to study hard. Okay, okay, okay. 好 ，so let's take a look at some questions. 梦涵还有那个慧清还有婷蓉 ，OK, they ask you some questions. Okay, who is Karl Lagerfeld, a German guy who took over Chanel, the design, okay, director in the year 1983 that you were not even born. But anyway, so Alvaro has prepared some questions. Okay, let's take a look at the question first and see if you remember, if you know the answer. Okay, jot down the answers. We will watch the video. There are so many vocabulary items. We will watch the videos one more time. Okay, so look at that. I love that. Okay, Coco Chanel. Okay, so fashion circle, Coco Chanel, inside Chanel, right? Okay, so these are some questions I would like you to ponder and see if you can get the answers from the video after we watch them again. So question 1, how old did she live? Okay. What about her father? Okay, when you watch the video again, okay, pay attention to her father. And how long she lived in the orphanage? 孤儿院英文怎么讲 ？Orphan 是个孤儿哈，然后呢住的地方加 age orphanage. And then, oh my God, here comes the answer. So maybe we should stop. So then there's no way we can, because the questions are already programmed, okay, that's already right after. So I guess maybe we should watch the videos.
Once upon a time, there lived a little girl who hid her humble origins all her life and preferred to invent her own legend. Once upon a time, Gabrielle Chanel was born under the sign of the Leo to a traveling peddler and a laundress who died at 32, exhausted by life. Once upon a time, there was a father who abandoned his 5 children and had his 3 daughters sent away to an orphanage. At 12 years old, Gabrielle would never see him again. Forever after, she pretended that he had left to make his way in America. Once upon a time, there was an orphanage behind the walls of a convent, the Abbey of Aubazine, where Gabrielle spent nearly 7 years. The Romanesque purity of this ascetic world would inspire her sense of austerity and her taste for black and white, while the opulence of religious garments and ceremonial objects would spark her fascination with Baroque style, gold and colored gems in years to come. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl who spent her days sewing and her nights singing in a cabaret before troops of cavalrymen. She was called Coco because she often sang, "Who's seen Coco in the Trocadero?" She always preferred to pretend that Coco was the nickname given to her by her father. Once upon a time, a young woman with a boyish allure refused to ride side saddle on the horses of a well-born cavalier, Etienne Balzan. She dressed like no one else, taking her inspiration from masculine attire and inventing new styles of hat, which she stripped off their birds and feathers to make them simpler, lighter, more chic. Her first clients were working girls, but society quickly followed. Once upon a time, there was a great love named Boy Capel. English, wealthy, and cultivated, he was the man of her dreams. He introduced her to literature, the Orient, and the esoteric. Boy helped Coco become Chanel. She decided to open her first boutiques in Paris, Deauville, and Biarritz. She wanted to work to win her liberty. Once upon a time, a revolution came to pass when, in a stroke of genius, Coco Chanel transformed the female silhouette. She shortened dresses, revealed ankles, freed the waist, eliminated corsets, revived jersey, cut her hair and bronzed her skin. Chanel closed one era and launched a new century of fashion. Once upon a time, at 31 Rue Cambon, Mademoiselle Chanel opened her first couture house in Paris in 1918. The little country girl, the orphan of Aubezine, had become the queen of Paris. Before liberating women, she had liberated herself. Once upon a time, there was a love story that ended abruptly. Boy Capel died in a car accident. For the first and last time, Coco Chanel was seen to cry. Either I die as well, she said, or I finish what we started together. She chose to go on.
Okay, so can you discuss with your partners a bit about the summary, okay, the life details about her life, okay? So the three of you have done that, right? So that the others, please, okay, discuss, okay, all the words that you have taken down, okay? This is the second time. So we have a basic outline of her life that we know, but then, you know, discuss a little bit, okay, exchange your notes, okay, like orphanage, Roman austerity, you know, her favorites for the black and white, right? What else? That she was a sewer in the morning at day, but then a cabaret singer, dancer at night, right? These are all the details of her life, right? And also one question, and also the revolution, okay, that she did for women's wear, 女性的服装. You remember? All these, okay, exchange the notes with her and talk, discuss a little bit. 5 minutes, okay, exchange your notes and discuss with your partners. Okay, so what did her father do to her? 品轩丢弃了他们，怎么说 ？Her father abandoned her and the family， 对不对？好，然后呢，把他们送到哪里去了？邓佳莹。And send them to an orphanage. Okay. How old was she when she was sent to the orphanage? Yu Xuan. It's right there. 12-year-old. Okay. How old? 12-year-old when you are in Taiwan. 你几年级 when you were 12-year-old? Right, 12-year-old, you are 6th grade. So she was sent to the orphanage when she was in the 6th grade, when she was at age 12. Okay. So then the next one, okay, Xiaoxing. So how long she lived in the orphanage? How long she lived in the orphanage? Yes, let me see. Okay. Yeah, she lived there. Okay. So when she got out of the orphanage, how old was she? Xiaoxing. When she got out of the orphanage, how old was she? Wang Zhijun, when she got out of the orphanage, how old was she? About 19, right? She lived there when she was 12 and she left there maybe at about 19, when she turned 19. Okay, so the next one. Why Gabrielle Chanel was called Coco Chanel? Does anyone know? Why she was called Coco Chanel? Let's get back to Ting Rong. This is a bit Nanhao. Why was she called Coco Chanel?
Because she was singing in the cabaret at night, and the song she sang was called something about Chanel. Coco.
Something about Coco. Okay. So that's a 艺名, right? In Taiwan, we say it's a 艺名. It's a name that you use for your fashion, the job that you do. Okay, for your profession. So that's why she was called Coco. So Coco is her 艺名, right? Okay. Who helped Chanel open her first boutique in Paris? Anyone know the answer to question 5? Who helped her? 品杰。哦，巧心 ，you can help。啊？谁？我听不懂。Who helped her? The big important support for her to open the first boutique. Who? Oh, she didn't know. Okay, finally. Wei Xuan, do you know who helped her? Her lover? Is that right? 是不是? Who helped her?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what's the name of her lover? Okay, 你可以上面写出来吗 ？Okay, his name. 好，来，我们再往下面看哈。So okay, tell me a little bit more about her boyfriend. All of you watched the video 2 times already. So tell me a little bit more about her boyfriend. Was he rich? Was he rich? 金宇，这男看男生有没有钱 ？Was he rich? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Okay. 陈伯居, does she how about his education? Was he well educated or was he not well educated? He was well educated. Okay. 好，来，蔡月玲 what else do you know about him? By the way, his name is Capel. Okay, Boy Capel. Okay, 他真的就是有一个名字叫 Boy 好 Boy Capel. 蔡月玲 anything else that you know about her boyfriend? 蔡月玲在哪里？蔡月玲，你有来吗？你有来啊？月玲，黄逸轩 anything else that you know about her boyfriend?
He's a British.
Oh, he's a British man. Okay, okay, 谢谢。好，然后蔡明杰 anything else about the boyfriend? He's well educated. Okay, he's rich. He's British. Anything else about him? He died in a car accident. Okay, okay, that's too bad. Okay, that's too bad. So, 你有记得吗？怎么样说他很伤心那句话？你有背下来吗？ Either I die with him or
we finish what we have started.
I finished what we have started. Okay. Oh, who sing Coco and pretended that it was her nickname. Thank you. It was Boy Capel. Yeah, 谢谢 Avara. Okay, so and also thanks for Ting Rong. This is the name Capel. 找不到笔了，笔弄到哪里去了 ？Boy Capel. Okay, here we go. That's the name of her boyfriend. 来，我们一起说 who was rich, well educated, okay, and he was British, but then he died in a car accident. Okay, too bad. Okay, how did Coco Chanel transform the female silhouette? Wonderful question. Okay, this is hard. This is why it's most difficult. 浩源 can you tell us? 什么叫做 silhouette? 梦牌，你现在 know better about silhouette. Okay, 这个法文字是不是 ？Okay, we did a search in our discussion. So 梦牌 can you tell us silhouette? What does that mean?
轮廓或者是影子。
所以皮影戏怎么说
Leather silhouette show.
Leather, okay. So in China, right, we have a traditional art. It's made of leather. 皮对不对？可是影子的时候啊，这个影哦，原来说 shadow 是不是哈？太阳然后有 shadow， 然后太阳呢，人站在那个太阳下面，那个你的身影啊，就是这个字哦 silhouette。OK， 所以 leather silhouette， 然后呢戏是不是 leather silhouette show？OK， 原来你可以翻译说 leather shadow show。Well， 还可以哈，高中会这样讲。大学的时候呢，尤其上了我们的课了以后呢，经过了discussion 以后呢，请你要学这个字。所以呢，我现在在黑板上画一个19世纪的女生。19世纪的女生呢，就是要穿这样子那个细的那个丰腰，是不是哈？然后大的很可怕的裙子 ，right？ 然后呢，头上呢还要戴一个哈倾国倾城的各式各样的美丽的花园的奇花艳华的花。Okay, so 浩源 tell me how she changed, revolutionized the female silhouette. This is the tiny feet of the woman.
She shortened the dress.
She shortened the dress. Okay, now it becomes like this, so you can see her ankles 这个地方哈 ，you can see the ankles。以前是不让被看到的，只有老公可以看。Okay, and then number 2.
Free the waist.
Free the waist. 以前为什么那个腰那么细？因为穿那个 corset 马甲啊。You can't even breathe， 把它不要了，所以呢，你的怎么样？你的腰可以怎么样？这个就是为什么 liberation。然后你的呼吸是不是哈？ Then you can really truly breathe. You are being physically liberated. Okay, and the third, what happened to the hat? The hat.
Cut the hair.
OK， 对不起啊，那请臣请国哈，你们奇花异草的帽子全部把它怎么样拿走了？没有那个帽子了，那个很可怕的19世纪的那些女人的帽子。And instead, OK, not only that, but also 女人的头发原来也是要很长的头发 ，right? She also cut the hair short. Remember 这个用动画刚刚在影片当中有看到，所以这个女孩子的 silhouette。OK， 女孩子的 silhouette 就不一样了哈，我应该用2个颜色的笔会更好。So the female silhouette, the dresses become short. OK, so we can see the ankles. The waist 怎么拼 ？W-A-I-S-T 哈 ，becomes your natural size of your body. You don't have to squeeze it into the corset. And then the hat, you don't wear that heavy. Double layers, okay, all kinds of flowers, okay, the flowery hat. The hat becomes, and also your hair becomes much shorter. So then, in the 1920s, with the LBD, when the LBD comes into the picture, right? The LBD that comes into the picture, which is a radical, of course, that comes of the hands, the arms, okay? It's a radical revolution from the female silhouette, okay, that we have seen in the 19th century. And this is how, question 6, okay, how did Coco Chanel try for female silhouette? 所以你们想到3件事情哈，第一件事情裙子变短，怎么说 ？The cut short, the shorts, the dresses short, and then liberated the waist 是不是？然后再来呢？再来 ，Let's see how Alvera has prepared for us. She shortened the dresses. Okay, so to reveal the ankles. 我讲 liberated 的，你看这个英文多简单。She freed Coco Chanel, freed the waist 腰哈。And eliminated 不要再让女人穿一个很不人道的哈。Eliminated the corsets 马甲。Also, she does something else. She revived jewelry. Jersey? What is a jersey?
It's like healthy, it's like athletic clothes that you dress for exercise.
Oh, really? Oh, wow, we didn't mention this, okay? Cut her hair, and also she browned her skin. This is everything that we want to do. In the summertime, Honghai, you like to go into the sun to get your skin tanned, right? In the summertime, that's a fashion now. But see who is the originator? Coco Chanel. 女孩子夏天，男生艺人哈，喜欢去海边，把皮肤晒得很黑，看起来比较好看。
比较喜欢吧。
西方人比较喜欢。Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, for the Westerners, okay, for the Westerners, okay, and this started again in the 1920s, okay. So Haoyuan comes with a very sense of a precise sense of fashion. That's wonderful. Okay, so that there is 像一个男孩子一样，女孩子呢 ，as a result， 女孩子变得像男孩子，英文怎么讲 ？She has a boyish. She has as a result, okay, the female silhouette had a boyish look as a big revolution from that in the 19th century, the boyish. 因为 boyish 对不对哈？你知道大陆上有个人叫金星，他原来是个男生，他要变成女生，所以倒过来，他不喜欢 boyish，OK？ 然后呢，他喜欢做女生，对不对？要看起来比较 girl girlish。那 girlish 在中国的古老的时候，就是所谓的比较所谓的娘娘腔吗 ？something。我要娘娘腔并不等于女性化吧，好。But anyway, so 你比较看起来比较 boyish versus okay, it looks more girlish. Okay, girlish. But then 金星 however, we should really admire her for her courage and vision, okay, to be truly who she is. Okay, anyway, so why did Chanel? And in Taiwan, we also had someone, right? Li Zhi, isn't that right? Li Jing, thank you, who was born as a man, a boy. Or no, she's bisexual. Oh, really? Okay, good. But then she's now more as a woman, right? She now functions. Her social role is now more a woman than a man. But anyway, so this we call a transgender. So why did Chanel open her couture house at 31 Rue Gabon in Paris? Does anyone know this? 1918. Wow, so many things took place in the 1900s, right? 1918. 1911年，还记不记得 Louis Vuitton 的那个行李箱在铁达尼号沉的时候是唯一就是发现都没有漏水，记不记得？因此让那个牌子呢声名大噪，每一个上流人士都要有一个 Louis Vuitton 的行李箱哈。And also about the same time, okay, Coco Chanel opened her boutique, her couture house, 高级服装、高级定制服装。梦涵怎么讲 ？Haute couture， 对不对？又是法文，是不是 ？Haute 是什么意思 ？High，OK。那 COUT， 然后嘞 OTURE，couture 是什么意思 ？Clothing，OK，high clothing meaning what? High end，OK，high class couture in Chinese we translated as 高值定制服啊。Right， 这个衣服是custom made， 不是你到那边去小号、中号、大号、特大号拿走了。
Ready to wear.
And also ready to wear 是 the other kind, right？ 就是 small, medium, large， or 现在有那个anyway，so 这个就是只有给你穿的 ，OK， 就是给梦涵的。给婷蓉、给慧欣的、给周浩源的 ，Only for you, okay? This is called high-end, high-class couture, haute couture, but the T doesn't sound. Haute couture, well, something like that. Right. So the H doesn't sound, right? And then haute couture, something like that. H 不发音，好，谢谢梦涵同学。好 when did she open that? She opened that in 1918. 好，再来 Why did Coco Chanel choose to do after Capel's death? We talked about this. 我们刚刚讲过了哈。Either I die， 我也跟着你死了吧。Or I finish what we started together， 把我们俩一起开始的事情，我一个人单独把它完成。Okay, Alvera, you did such a good job. Okay, so got it? Okay. 好。We are also given, okay, lots of important vocabulary, right? 它是不是 Let's watch this video one more time. Okay, see how many words, vocabulary that you can got from the video.
Chanel is a vocabulary, a set of canons, a discipline, a grammar. The handbag. Chanel drew inspiration from men's military satchels. Their bags equipped with straps became an essential, which she refashioned in jersey fabric lined with gros grain. In February '55, Gabrielle Chanel gave it a quilted diamond-shaped pattern for improved wear and comfort, enhanced it with burgundy lining, stamped it with a double C, and transformed the strap into an interlaced chain slipped through two eyelets. The 255 was born. The little black dress. A revolutionary style reminiscent of the uniform worn by the nuns at Aubazine. It did away with the constraints of corsets and created a new silhouette, that of Parisian chic. Karl Lagerfeld constantly reinvents it in jersey, crepe and silk. The costume jewelry. The illumination of Gabrielle Chanel. Long necklaces made of Baroque gemstones, cabochon crosses and crystal adornments depict precious glimpses into her life. Where Venetian and Byzantine influences are side by side, with the Duke of Westminster's England and the Grand Duke Dimitri's Russia. They enhance the structure of any dress, like stained glass from the Middle Age illuminates a nave. The camellia. a flower picked from coromandel greens used to embellish hats, dresses and shoes. Mademoiselle made it her emblem. She preferred white camellias and would depict its geometric perfection on a little black dress like a halo of light. Either made of cotton, leather or silk, embroidered, printed or knitted, the camellia is completely scentless as not to cast a shadow on number 5. The chain. Coco reinterprets it into belts, bracelets and necklaces. She would weave them out of leather or embellish them with charms. Karl Lagerfeld uses them abundantly and transforms them into rhinestone and resin. Its most mysterious manifestation, the chain link trim sewn inside the hem of the Chanel jacket to ensure a perfect fall. The two-tone shoes. The final touch of elegance, as Gabrielle Chanel used to say. They were two-tone because beige lengthens the leg, while black hides spots and makes the foot appear more petite. In form of pumps, boots or sneakers, the two-tone shoe fits all walks of life, putting the ultimate finishing touch on the silhouette, with a graphic movement similar to dotting one's eyes. The pearl, a symbol of good luck worn around the neck, Gabrielle Chanel wore endless strands with her outfits. She would only appear in her workshops bearing her luminescent shield and cherished their white color, which enhanced her signature black. Like a magician, Karl Lagerfeld lavishly experiments with pearls to make them the shimmering signature of Chanel. Tweed. Originally from Scotland, Gabrielle was inspired by the Duke of Westminster who wore it hunting, and she softened the fabric to create timeless, comfortable suits for women. Reworked each season, tweed is reinvented by Karl Lagerfeld to create silk-lined jackets, showcasing legendary braided trim or a casual fringe. The tweed jacket never goes out of style. As Mademoiselle used to say, fashion passes, style remains.
Okay, so I have written on the blackboard some words that I took, but also you should be able to got that, right? So I guess our time is up, so I guess we can just go on. So what does Chanel represent? Well, I don't understand. So Avara, what do you mean by question 1?
That's the definition of the first slide of the video, like the vocabulary, grammar, blah blah blah.
哦，第一个你没有听到吗？它有什么 ？What does Chanel represent？ 有第一个字，它是一个纪律，有没有听到 ？It's a discipline. Remember？ 梦涵，你们有没有记住 ？It's a discipline, and also it's a G 开头的，慧清。Grammar, got that? Good. Okay. 你看这英文很漂亮的英文哈。And it comes in 3. Does anyone? 婷蓉 do you remember? Coco Chanel is a high style, right? It's an iconic style, okay? It's something revolutionary. So it's a discipline, it's a grammar, and also you say, do you remember? Okay, let's see the answer. 哇 ，it's a discipline, okay? 就是穿衣服啊，有一种固定的方法，对不对 ？Discipline 就是风纪鼓掌嘛。秩序要好哈 ，OK， 然后是一个 grammar 就是 I am, you are, he is， 你不能讲在 I are, you is， she are， 这是错的，所以它有一定的方法 ，got it？ 这是 wonderful language，OK？It's set of canon， 什么是 canon？ 经典，像什么是经典 ？The first thing that comes to our mind is when it comes to canon would be the Bible。世界上的书这么多哈，可是 the Bible definitely okay is a canon， 而中国人的《论语》哈。Well, where was the concept of little black dress come from？ 啊，这题很难哈。Thank you, Avara. We always talk about the importance, okay, the classic icon of LBD. So where does LBD come from? 浩源 do you get that? It has something to do with the 7 years that she lived in the orphanage.
The uniform that those
修女
were in the orphanage.
In the orphanage, okay? Right, you got it. Okay, Mohan, you want to add anything? Where does LBD come from? The inspiration of the design?
No.
Ting Rong, how about you? 因为在影片里头有特别讲到，他小时候住在那个天女修道院的那个孤儿院，就像圣心孤儿院那种地方，就是他是天主教的那个背景，然后他们都穿着很怎么样，很严肃的那个修女们穿那个很严肃的大袍子 ，most unanimously, okay, the color is black. So can we imagine? 从那么严肃的这样子的一个背景，他发明了哈，转变了，变成今天我们的 LBD。Which is super important, okay? Interesting, yeah, thank you. So let's see the correct answer. Uniform that were by nuns. Can you imagine? 对，你的早年啊，为什么对你影响这么深刻？就是这样子哈。So that's the reason that we have the LBD. Okay, what is the costume jewelry made of? 哇，这个我们的真太棒了。Oh, long necklaces with purple gemstones. Thank you, Alvera. And crosses, crystal ornaments, etc. 那他又很喜欢一方面是那个黑色的 LBD， 非常的简单严肃，然后呢百年不败，每个女孩子的那个衣橱里头一定要有那么一件，对不对？哈 ，That transformed the female silhouette in the early 20 centuries. But then why does she also have this fascination with all this custom jewelry? 浩源，你们懂为什么？也是跟她的修道院、孤儿院的生活经验有关。好，你们刚刚有没有听到第一个 video 有说啊，他现在住在孤儿院，孤儿院呢都是一些修女，修女们的教堂都有那个 stained glass 有没有？然后呢是修女院的那个天主教的那个祭坛呐，都有用巴洛克式的非常的高度的装饰的这种宗教性的建筑，所以他生活在两个世界里，一个是非常严肃的修女，终身不婚哈，因为她只嫁给了上帝。可是另外一方面，她的教堂呢，就像我们华人的宗教庙一样，都用极端繁复装饰、多色彩的这个装饰去表示人对崇高的神明的尊敬。OK， 那个非常美丽的哈，颜色多彩的世界 became the huge influence on her. Okay, that she became interested in necklaces or what we say the custom jewelry. Custom jewelry， 梦涵你可以查一下吗？中文到底要怎么讲？Okay, anyway, we have to go on. So, what's her favorite flower? 全班有谁知道 ？What's her favorite flower? 徐平，什么花 ？Rose。Jasmine, Camellia. What is 中文啊 ？Good. OK. 山茶花哈是它的标志哈。Spelling Camellia 念的对吗？第五个 ，How did Chanel use a flower? How did she use a flower? I don't remember. Use a flower on the little black dress geometrically or so on and so forth. OK. 最后 ，What refers to the final touch of elegance? We don't. Alvera, what do you mean by question 6? 第六题什么意思啊
That's why it's saying in the video the two-tone shoes.
Oh, the two-tone shoes. The two-tone shoes. Okay, the two-tone shoes. Now, all girls, okay, go grab a pair of two-tone shoes. Okay, and then you have a look of Chanel. 好 ，What's the symbol of good luck? I don't know. What's the symbol of good luck? 梦涵。Oh, the pearl. Okay. Number 8, where did the tweed spelling mistake TWEED originate from? Oh, OK， 记不记得啊 ？Scotland， 记不记得Burberry 也是从 Scotland 来的，那个 Scott Cashmere 也是从 Scotland 来的哈。所以苏格兰对当代的时尚其实有很多的重要的贡献，对不对？好，苏格兰这个国家哈，现在要公投要脱离那个英国，对不对 ？And what did she say about fashion? Does any of you remember the last conclusion? That's wonderful. OK， 来 ，fashion 怎么样 ？Passes， 会过去，什么东西永存 ？Style。OK， 所以我们课本上在这里哈 ，fashion passes。对不对？有的时候裙子，女人的裙子就是最好的说明哈。有的时候流行短到不能再短；有的时候流行长，是不是？好，有时候流行的高跟，有的时候流行细跟。可是呢，某一种 style 永存。那什么是 style 永存呢？因为呢，因为那个 style 呢是一个 discipline， 那个 style 呢是一个什么？是一个，所以。今天老师呢，我要最后下课了，对，所以我们衣服要 dress up， 要怎么样 dress up？ Who helps me with this？ 来，快点哈。So instead of my scarf, okay, I should put on the what? The pearls. Right. Yeah, the necklace. Okay, and then what else that I'm missing? What else that I miss in order to have the drama of Chanel? Anything that I missed? Tell me, everything's written on the blackboard. So I got the pearl. I don't have the two-toe shoes. Okay, too bad. Okay, what else? What else? This is so funny. 所以你们的 final 的这个叫做报告 microfilm， 对不对？这个有学生问我说你要怎么做？就是刚好今天老师呢要在课堂上教 Chanel。老师你应该怎么穿 Chanel 呢 ？Chanel is a discipline. Chanel is a grammar. 老师 look at your grammar. So I am. What else am I making? 为什么要选这一个？
Black and white.
Because she's also a fan, okay, of black and white chat scarf. I don't know, she doesn't really have the item, okay, so I have this one, right, but I'm not going to wear it because I want to show off my pearl. What else does she like? What else does she like? Oh, here we go, okay. This is a wonderful flower, okay. You have to pretend it's not a rose, it's not a jasmine, okay, it's not a carnation. It's, okay, 叫桃园, you come all the way from Zhengda. Tell me the name of the flower. Camille, okay, that's my grammar. This is a grammar, okay, that goes against the, okay, what's the pattern of the jacket that I'm wearing? Tree, okay, so then do I have others? Okay, so you know this is a fake one, right? No, I don't have that. 116万台币怎么讲 ？160,000. Are you kidding me, man? I don't even earn that much for my entire working month. Right? So no way. And she also loves, okay, costume jewelry. So no worries about all this $500, okay, $200 stuff that you bought at night market, okay. Costume jewelry 什么意思？是真的吗？
Money 就是装饰的意思，然后 jewelry 连在一起，它意义就是说那个人造珠宝。
是真的还是假的？
也不算真的，反正就是人造的。
500块，哦对，500块也买得到啊，反正人造的。Okay, so if you go to night market, okay, you bought something. Oh, it's not good, Martina. Where is she? Okay, so this is I chose this one particularly. Why? Because she also loves gold. She also loves gold. Okay, what else I got? Okay, this is also okay. All this $200, $190, $190 stuff that you got at the night market. Okay, you put that together. Okay, we are, you are, they are. We were, you were, they were. It becomes a grammar, right? So everything that I have, I have the look of Chanel that I don't have to spend $1,600,000, okay? But I have the look because I follow the grammar, right? And also I follow the discipline. So fashion passes, okay, but style remains. So by doing that, I am performing, okay, the look of the Chanel style for you. If I videotape my show, 这就是你的最后的期末的 OK 的 my fashion microfilm OK How do you dress up 记不记得您刚刚有讲你可以 dress up OK 如果我真的买了20万放到我身上就是 dress up 天哪我疯了吗是吧I'm not OK 可是我 dress down 我现在只花了全部大概1000块我就可以把我就是 dress down OK， 我在理念上我有Chanel的这个概念可是我没有办法去花个20万来上课给你们教你们什么叫做Chanel OK， 不然我可以花1000块 OK， 所以这样子如果把它拍下来 ，everything that I then speaking English, right? I show this Chanel style, OK, and then my title of my film will be Fashion Passes, Style Remains. Oh, I love that. And that's your 5-minute microfilm. And the occasion is at my model day, okay, for being a Chanel woman. 好吧，懂了吗？这就是你的期末的那个小影片，你一定要设计一个 occasion， 然后你可以是真的，也可以是假的。那当然今天老师是假的嘛，对不对？是吧？不是假的。那这样子两个拍下来，然后用英文讲出来，然后 everything has something to do with special. You can also style yourself in a style of Chanel. In any way, that we have, let's say watch today, and you can make it funny.
And it's not confined to the famous or high-end brand.
No, you can make it 台湾我们说酷手，就是从日本来的最好的。Okay, you can make it really funny. Okay, you don't have to be serious at all. Okay, I'm also very funny. 我的做我
And the clothes must be this brand's not Chanel.
No. You can do anything you want. Okay. But then you can do all sorts of stuff. Okay. So then by doing that, that becomes your 5-minute microfilm to your final project. 这样懂了吗？那个同学上次你来问我，这样懂了吗？ Really, it could be really fun. But then the point is that you have to follow good grammar, good English. Okay, as we have done. today?
Will we put it on
Oh yes, of course, that's what I'm going to do, okay? So you can be the Coco Chanel, and then 老师同学你可以跟我说，老师你做错了，你没有去买一双双色鞋哈，没有买一双 two-tone shoes, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even know that, okay? They're so expensive, but anyway, 好，你可以去下课了哈。
Okay, today we are talking about Ralph Lauren.
My boss and I said, look, I'd like to design these ties because I think they could be new. He said, the world isn't ready for Ralph Lauren. I learned to trust my own sense. Everything I've always done has been for my own emotion. Movies and books open the world for you. There was no miracle. There was no snap of the fingers. People didn't just say you're wonderful. In fact, the way I work is I feel like I'm doing movies. And all of a sudden I got a phone call from a banker and said, Mr. Lauren, your bills are not being paid on time. I want to be a baseball player. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be an actor. I want to be a dancer. Cancer is not only for the poor and it's not for the rich. It happens to everybody.
He's an American fashion designer, philanthropist, and business executive. He's best known for founding a global multi-billion-dollar clothing empire that bears his name. Forbes estimates his net worth to be $8 billion. He's Ralph Lauren, and here are his top 10 rules for success.
So this all started with a tie. I know a lot of people think it started with the polo shirt, but it started with the tie.
No, it started way back. I felt I had something to say. There were no fashion designers when I was growing up. The idea of fashion and what fashion has become today was very different. I was working. I was working in a job, and I wasn't sure who I was going to be. And
What was the job?
I used to hang up returns in a department store. When I was 16 years old, when I was still going to high school. And along the way, I sort of felt that I had something to say that was different. And no one believed me, of course. When I went to my boss and I said, look, I'd like to design these ties because I think they could be new. He said, the world isn't ready for Ralph Lauren.
Wow.
And I've never forgot that, because even when he said that, the world isn't ready for you, I thought that was a compliment.
Yes.
So what happens? Fellow came along and said, Ralph, would you like to come with me? And I said, I would. I'd like to start my own division. Called it Polo. And they gave me a drawer in the Empire State Building. Not an office, but a drawer.
A drawer.
So I worked on the bottom of the drawer, and everyone in the office thought, who's this little kid working out of the drawer? And I took the samples, made these wide ties, and delivered them myself in a bomber jacket and jeans. And that's how it went. When I went to Bloomingdale's, the buyer said, we like your ties, Ralph, but would you make them narrower? And would you, we don't want to use your label, we want to use our own label, but we'll give you a really good order. Now here I was, no business, and hungry, and I said to the buyer, I said, my heart's in my throat, or whatever the expression is, I would love to sell Bloomingdale's. They were the hottest store, and young, hot store. I said, but I can't sell you. I'm closing my bag, and I'm not going to sell you. 6 months later, they called me back.
Wow.
And they said, Ralph, we can't find your ties anywhere, and we want to buy them, and we want to put a rack in. A rack of ties amongst the other ties. And that was it. The breakthrough was they bought it. The breakthrough for me is that I learned to trust my instincts. I learned to trust my own sense. Because the normal thing to do is say, I'll make it any way you want to. I mean, that's how the world was. I want to sell you the ties, you know, maybe I'll have a new fashion for you next year, let me buy it. My philosophy was that I love these ties. I made them. They were not just a business to me. They were my voice to myself. Everything I've always done has been for my own emotion, and it was never done for a brand or a label. It's because I feel it. And when you give it a title, then it sort of takes it away from me. When I grew up, you know, in terms of at that age, I don't know if I had an identity, but I remember years ago, I don't know why, there was a pair of suede shoes in a store, blue suede shoes. And it was before Elvis Presley had a song called Blue Suede Shoes. But I would pass, on my way to school, I would pass a store that had these suede shoes, and I said, I gotta have those shoes, how am I gonna get them? And every day after school I'd pass these shoes. And it was ironic because I was not only thinking of clothes, I was really, you know, going out with girls, I was trying to look good, see what was sharp, and
did you finally get that pair of shoes?
I don't think so, but I made them. What happens later, I think they were inspirations. You know, I think when you're younger, you have visions of what your life could be, and I said earlier that movies and books open the world for you, and so maybe those shoes represented something to me. I don't know at the time. They just looked great. Years later, I think I love shoes, and I've been able to, I think, on some levels, growing up was the platform of things that I wanted as I got older, and so instead of looking at a store, I'd say, I want to make those shoes, but I can make them better. So on some levels, I had a very good childhood, and I had the clothes, and some levels hand-me-downs. But as I grew up, I was inspired to see if I can do things that were better. I grew up in America. I had the same dreams that everyone else had. Started where I started. My dream was to have a nice house for my family, to have a nice car, to have my kids go to schools, to do all the things that everyone wants. And as I got there, I was able to do that. And as I worked harder, I was able to improve it. There was no miracle. There was no snap of the fingers.
Right.
And it was confidence. And I think confidence builds as you go on. If you have a good success, closing the door on Bloomingdale's was at one point sort of crazy, and at the same time was amazingly powerful.
Fashion is changing so fast, and a competition is coming up every day with all these young designers. What has kept you going forward like this?
You just somehow, you know, I've always admired longevity. I've admired people that were not of the only moment, people that can carry it on. There are actors, there are musicians, there are people that came up in rock and roll, and the great ones stayed. Frank Sinatra lasted, you know, the whole pile of names that, you know, Paul McCartney and the Beatles, they didn't last for 5 years or 10 years, they lasted for 40 years. I admired longevity, and I admired consistency, and I admired the individuality of holding your own, and standing and fighting for what you believe in. And I think if there's anything that I really believe in is that. And what made me keep going, I didn't get great reviews every year. People didn't just say you're wonderful. In fact, they couldn't care less, Ralph Lauren, but the consumer loved Ralph Lauren. It's not the fashion editor.
Where are you most yourself, and when are you most yourself?
I'm always myself.
That's a great answer. But like sitting here on the porch right now in your dude stuff
It's
here,
a part of me.
It's a part of you.
I'm not a cowboy all the time. I don't propose to be a cowboy. You know, but I love the West. I love ranching. I love the idea of it.
Is it like creating
Absolutely.
little movies
The
for
way
yourself?
I work is I feel like I'm doing movies. Everything I do. If you said just design that dress for that girl, or design, I couldn't do it. But if you say she lives in a mansion, or she lives in Soho and she's an artist, I could design exactly how she should look, how her hair should be, what she should be wearing, and I'd create a world around her. And I pin her up on the wall, and I said, now I know what she needs.
What were some of the most challenging moments in your career?
Well, I had, when I started out and made the ties and shirts, I started to become successful. It was after about 10 years, I had started my company by borrowing $50,000 from another person in the industry. He lent me the $50,000, he became my partner. And so all of a sudden we were growing, and And all of a sudden I got a phone call from a banker and said, Mr. Lauren, your bills are not being paid on time. And I had a team thinking they were doing all the right things. And all of a sudden I found that I was in trouble financially because I was taking on too many things and no one told me to stop. And I was being applauded for many ways, but on some levels, on the financial level, I was not being applauded. And one of the bankers came to me and said, Ralph, you're almost out of business. What are you going to do?
That was 10 years after you started?
That was about 10 years after I started. But I remember the pain. And I took everything I had saved, which was $100,000, and I put it back in the company. $100,000 was all I had left. And I decided to license some of the brands and have some money coming in. And so it gave me a shot to go out and hire better people. And so that was a very important moment of seeing success in terms of artistic success, but failure in terms of a company that could go wrong in its finances. And that was a very important time. And so that was a very major moment in my life. I've had those every 5 years. I had a show where I remember doing a fashion show, and the clothes weren't ready, and the tailors were ironing or sewing the clothes as the girl is about to walk out the runway.
What did you figure out? What happened to make it so late? Too many things at hand.
Of not getting the right professionals, not planning well, not thinking you got it going, and all of a sudden, and I said to myself as I was walking on Broadway, not knowing where I was going, I said, this is never going to happen again.
Did you always want to be a cowboy?
I want to be everything.
You wanted to be everything?
All at once. I want to be a baseball player, I want to be a basketball player, I wanted to be an actor, I want to be a dancer, you know, and I think my whole life has been actually, I wanted to be Batman. If you don't, that's a secret I'm telling you and everyone out there. But the ability to stay young, the ability to enjoy what you enjoyed when you were a kid, not to give up the hope and the excitement is very important. I remember meeting a friend of mine, her name was Ina Hyde, and she then told me that she had breast cancer. I went to the fashion industry and said, let's go after this and give it some exposure and support. And I got very caught up in it, and she passed away. And then one day I said, you know, what else can I do? I worked on breast cancer. I certainly didn't solve it, but maybe there's more I can do. And I went to Sloan Kettering.
I was called to Memorial Sloan Kettering, and it was in that meeting that I had the opportunity to tell Mr. Ralph Lauren what I saw as the problem and what I thought could be a part of a solution. He stood up and he shook my hand and he said, Dr. Freeman, I will help you. And that is how the Ralph Lauren Center began.
He talked about people in underserved areas are dying because they can't get help. I felt that sensitivity, helping someone who doesn't have the funds, who doesn't have the know-how. Cancer is not only for the poor and it's not for the rich. It happens to everybody.
We really try to educate people about what are the things that they're doing that are putting them at risk for cancer.
I'm really grateful. The chemotherapy process itself was kind of grueling, but they really helped me a lot here. Everyone that you deal with has just this warm personality that is very inviting and very comforting considering the situation that you're in.
A 1,000 people are here today. And in England and in Milan, we have a walk and a march for a very good cause. And I want to thank you.
Okay, first I will talk about the biography of Ralph Lauren. In 1939, he born in New York with name Ralph Lifshitz. 1955, he changed his name to Ralph Lauren. The reason he changed his name is because the original last name, Real Lifshitz, contains a bad word in his last name, and he was left in his childhood, so he changed his name to Ralph Lauren. And in 1967, he started Polo Ralph Lauren with men's ties and married with Ricky Lauren. Ricky Lauren is a famous artist in America. And in 1970, he won the Coty Award for appreciating his design for menswear. In 1972, he introduced a signature cotton mesh polo shirt in 24 typical colors and soon became famous. In 1974, he won the Coty Award for women's wear again, and he is the first person to win a Coty Award for both menswear and women's wear. And this is one of his famous sayings: fashion is not necessarily about labels, it's not about brands, it's about something else that comes from within you. And this is four kinds of typical polo shirts. And these two are two of the 24 typical colors he designed. History of polo shirts. Polo shirts were also known as golf shirts or tennis shirts. And because it's comfortable and convenience, it replaced the long-sleeve white button-up shirts, flannel trousers, and ties to become the usual menswear for playing tennis. In 1972, Ralph Lauren included his polo shirts as a prominent part of his original line called Polo, therefore helping furthering its already widespread popularity. Over the later half of the 20th century, the polo shirt became as the standard of golf attire and polo attire. Features of polo shirts. I have bring a polo shirt of mine. I brought.
Okay, there's a polo shirt from Xinyu brought.
But this is not Ralph Lauren. It's just a typical type of polo shirt, and I'll introduce the feature of polo shirts with it. Polo shirts are made of knitted cloth, and this is a knitted one. Polo shirts usually come with one single color, and this is light green. It has a short collar. Short collar is this.
Can you go now? I'm sorry.
This is a short collar, and his back side is longer than the front side. His back side is longer, and it has 3 or 2 buttons.
We sort of have to stop, close at 9. Is that okay with you in terms of time? Okay.
Okay. And it has a little hem downside here. 开口下摆，就是它会有一个裂开的裂一点点。
Very good. Okay, the opening, a small on the side. Okay, a small.
On both two sides.
这个下摆通常叫 hem，H-E-M。通常我们的裙摆有没有？裙子的那个摆啊，那个边也叫 hem. So this is also the hem, right?
Yeah.
But then there's on the side there's an opening.
Both two sides. It has.
And on both sides. Okay, and this particular one, the front side is shorter than the back side.
每一个都有，不是只有这个。
Oh, I never know that. Okay.
前面都比较短。
Okay. Right. What does the side opening? What does the opening on the side do? It makes the shirt more sporty, right? 更有运动的感觉。
Okay.
The tie.
Okay, the tie. Let's introduce some products of Ralph Lauren. Okay, let's start with the tie because Ralph Lauren started his career with making ties, but even he started with this, but it's still nothing special but expensive for me. Okay. Also, they got some bags for men. As we can see, the logo right here is Ralph Lauren's. It's different from the polo shirt. And when it comes to the women's bags, obviously the logo right here is different from the men's bag and the polo shirt. And I think it's because of the style. It is more appropriate to use RL as the logo right here. Ralph Lauren said this one is about watch. Ralph Lauren said the watch I have been drawn to represent a passion for design and a respect for tradition and craftsmanship. A watch also represents something personal. It reflects your individuality and taste, from its functionality to its aesthetic. And let's take a look at its watch. The left one was inspired by a flagship in New York. And the middle one have some chain right here, and the price is so high. Okay, we don't have time to guess the price, so the chunky chain. The chunky chain is special because he just have a big chain right here, very big chain as a ring and as a bracelet, and this one is the cuff, and the price is so high, but it's made of gold. Okay, and the fragrance. Ralph Lauren said he has always been inspired by the world around him, the place he has been to, and the place he dreamed of. So each fragrance represent a specific place, and the right one is for men. Okay. It's worth to mention that Ralph Lauren has restaurants and bars for people to enjoy their time. This one is in London. Okay. It's like a coffee shop. And I gave you the location. And the polo bar, this one is in Chicago, or New York. And this one is in Chicago. And this one is in Paris. We can see that different countries have different styles of restaurant. These two flagship is the closest to us. Of course, they have some flagship in Europe and North America. Okay, let's move on to the vocabulary.
Vocabulary first one, polo. And example, polo was a famous sport at that time. Attire. Example, he had no intention of changing his mode of attire. Mesh. Example, the net of heaven has large meshes, but it lets nothing through. It means that in Chinese is 法网恢恢，疏而不漏的意思。Synthetic. Example, it is a synthetic diamond. Synthetic diamond is 人工钻石。Extravagant. Example, instead of being extravagant, I prefer to be frugal. Question and answer. When did polo start?
Okay, any volunteer? When did polo start? Hui Qing, because your name is the first one on the list. Do you remember? Is that 1972?
Almost there.
So, okay, let's check, okay? Yang Zhu.
1967.
1939. He was born. Okay, this person, Mr. Lauren, was born in 1939. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, Pei Rong. When was this polo? Okay, this kind of polo shirt that was invented. She doesn't remember. Oh my God, we ready to try. Okay, the next one. Yuan Xuan. 67?
Yes.
Bingo! Yeah! Great! 谢谢Yuan Xuan. Okay, that was 67.
Next question is, when did Polo Ralph Lauren establish?
The company. Okay, so when was the company established? 叶荣。
对不对？ Polo 是1967年，不是吧？不是这样。
That polo shirt, okay, the special sporty polo shirt was invented, established 1967年. So when do you think the company was then be opened?
等一下，这问题我问跟刚刚一样啊。
把问题你出答。
So okay, you tell us.
Sorry about that. The question is repeat again. So
it's the same year, 1970.
No, it's. I think it applied to a government and it started is not the same time.
Okay, so maybe a year later.
Yeah.
1968, perhaps.
And this question.
So I don't understand what is the meaning behind big.
Big small polo is I have shown the 4 kinds of polo shirts, and the 2 of the left side is the polo. The brand is bigger, and the 2 of right side is smaller.
Oh.
Yeah, but because of time, I didn't say very expensive.
Okay. 我们是来做再次介绍。不会。
You are from Norway, right? Yes. But I cannot trust you. You are from Norway, so you are from Norway. Right? Yes. But I cannot trust you. You are from Norway, so can you just sing your national anthem to prove you are Norway?
I cannot prove I'm Norwegian, but I have my ID card, my Taiwanese ID card.
Oh.
It says I'm Norwegian, and I have my passport back home in Yonghua, so it also says I'm Norwegian because I have a Norwegian passport.
Okay, so that's fine. He's from Norway. So you live in Yonghua?
I live in Yonghua, yes.
Oh, why do you live there?
Because my wife's home is there. My wife is from Yonghua.
Oh.
So we live there with her parents.
Okay, cool. Do you have kids? Children?
Yeah, I have 2 daughters, yes.
In Taiwan?
In Norway.
Are they studying?
No, they're working.
Okay, cool. So, let's get into our topic.
Yeah.
What do you think is fashion?
There are all the new things.
It's new thing.
All the new clothes, cell phones, the new TVs, new songs. Everything was new stuff.
So new equal fashion?
Could more or less.
Does fashion has to be expensive?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Okay. So this class is about like fashion, more about clothing, dressing.
Yeah.
Can you name a few brands?
Yeah,
like LV,
like iPhone.
Apple.
Yes.
Some brand for clothes?
No, other than Levi pants, you know.
Levi's.
Levi.
You can play like hockey?
Yes, ice hockey. Ice hockey. Skating.
Ski. How about soccer? Yes. Okay, so you know polo. That's cool because we guess like nobody know what polo is like. You guys know.
Polo is I think it's mainly used in England, Ireland, Scotland, and also in what India was a colony, British colony. The English in India they very often used to play this.
What situation do you think that you will dress a polo shirt?
Well, that's when I go out in a warm climate, I will buy a polo shirt if I go out to a fancy club or something.
Oh, so like dancing?
Yeah, yes.
So we have the first half of the semester, right? We went through, the topic. The first half of the semester basically is the history of the luxury brands. Okay, so we talked about all these very famous, right, historical and iconic luxury brands. Okay, Burberry, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, and Salvador Ferragamo. Okay, and especially in midterm, okay, to my surprise, okay, many of you mentioned, okay, indicated your admiration for the shoe designer Ferragamo, and that's very much which made me very happy because I thought that he's so old-fashioned, he's so sort of, and one person mentioned that the word Ferragamo, the entire name of this person, and then we end with an American designer, Ralph Lauren, and which the polo shirt, okay, I guess many of you is very familiar with. Okay, so then, from the first half of the semester, we go on to, please push to the next one. Oh yeah, for all these fashion designers, okay, I guess I want to tap into two different markets, okay, so these two terms I'd like to highlight again. They design for two lines, okay. One is, the more democratic, okay, more affordable, okay, less pricey, ready to wear, you can just, pick it up, okay, off from the rack, okay. They are for common people like you and me. And the other, okay, is this French word, okay, haute couture, okay, that's, custom made, okay, it's not just for, everyone, not for common people like you and me, they're for the celebrities, okay, and also they are custom made. You have to go to see the tailor and to have your, the width, the height, okay, measured, and that's only for you. In Chinese, we say 高级定制服, which叶立成老师 also mentioned. Okay, so all these fashion designers, they want to have two lines, okay, so that they can take care of, sort of a more middle class, okay, people like you and me, and also, the high-end, extremely expensive haute couture, okay, for the very, very well-established customers. Okay, so these two terms, two concepts, okay, that I would like to highlight. The next one, please. So in the second half of the semester, okay, our focus, okay, shifts to more of the contemporary world and also especially to where we are located, okay, to Asia. I think is also part of the reason, okay, in the wake of rise of China, and you know that all the eyes are now on Asia. So I guess, you know, after we went through all these, you know, world famous iconic designers, we can turn to some of Asian designers. So one very wonderfully last week, right? They introduced us to the work of one of the really important and famous Japanese designers. There are many of them, okay? Then we choose only one, Issey Miyake. And this is like, you know, one of his famous and also very eye-catching design. As Pedro mentioned, many other similar designs of his work. So I guess the keywords, okay, when it comes to Issey Miyake is please, right? Please. And also from the video last week, we understand that please, this particular way of making clothes is not actually 100% new, right? It came all the way from, does anyone remember, from the 19th century, okay, from Italian designers. So, however, Issey Miyake, you know, took this idea from, you know, the past and reinvented, okay, revisioned, and gave this old technique a new look. And what I think really important, and also I want to emphasize if possible, is that he's really turning fashion, okay, into something like art, especially the art of sculpture. So that, in other words, okay, can you wear art or can you wear sculpture? And his clothing, his fashion, okay, his design in that way becomes wearable, okay, clothes. And the best example for him, okay, or for his design is again this famous iPhone inventor, designer actually also, the famous Steve Jobs. Oh, every single time if you think of Steve Jobs, he almost always, okay, wears a black turtleneck. And we think that black turtleneck, okay, seems to be very common, very normal. But then if you understand a little bit, okay, it's actually, okay, the turtleneck that is custom made, okay, that is only, okay, for Steve Jobs. And how many does he make for him? Miyake made like about 100, okay, exactly the same thing, okay, the same color, black. Okay, the same style, turtleneck, okay, and he has about 100, okay, exactly identical items from Issey Miyake. And he, remember, he then, okay, Steve Jobs becomes the best endorsement, 代言人 for Issey Miyake, along with the iPhone that made Steve Jobs, you know, more famous. And his black turtleneck, okay, that's actually designed by Issey Miyake, also becomes more famous. And that's also a wonderful example of wearable, okay, English language, okay, art. Just like, okay, many people say that iPhone is also, okay, the design of iPhone, the feel, the touch, okay, the interface is also, okay, like a form of art. So with that, we went from the history of, you know, all this French, Italian, okay, one country that's missing, French, Italian design, okay, British, to more, okay, Asian faces. Today, we're going to go to another big Asian designer. His name is Jimmy Choo. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? It's interesting, okay, the spelling of his name, okay, Jimmy Choo. Why that he spells Jew? There's a famous Hong Kong movie actress, Chu Meiling, we don't know her, she's my generation. Chu, okay, Chu, how do we spell, okay, in Taiwan? C-H-U, okay, why does he spell his family name, okay, C-H-O-O? Jew, that's interesting, okay? So, what kind of design did he make? really interesting and many ways. Xiaoying and Pedro mentions idea of humanistic design, right? Humanistic thinking, and I think that's really important. Okay, as far as Miyake is concerned. So it's really blurring the line between art and the fashion and the philosophy. But I think that's really interesting. Okay, but then Jimmy Choo. Okay, what does he design? The next one. Here we go. Okay, we have Salvador Ferragamo, okay, in the first half of the semester, and in the second half, I think it would be wonderful to have a counterpart, right? And Ferragamo is important, okay? He by the word of 无用家, he breaks a rule, okay, by making the shoes no longer an accessory, okay? Jimmy Choo, very interesting, okay? How can he design shoes after Ferragamo? Oh my God, this is such an impossible task, okay? How can anyone do more than Ferragamo, okay? And Jimmy Choo, who is he, okay? What does he do? And why is he fascinated with shoes? Okay, and what kind of shoes that he designed? So this is the task for today. And also, this is a very contemporary. Do we have his boutique in Taipei? Yes. Can we buy Jimmy Choo in Taipei? Yes, we can. We can buy Ferragamo in Taipei, right? In Xinhuang Sanyue, all these fancy department stores, okay? We can also buy Jimmy Choo's, okay, in downtown Taipei. So he's very contemporary. He is Asian, okay? He looks just like you and me, okay? But then we'd like to know more about this contemporary Asian designer, shoe designer. Okay, so that's our topic for today. So now let's turn to this group.
Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about Jimmy Choo. Yeah. And his Chinese name is Zhou Yangjie. Okay. First is the brand introduction, the founder and the history. Jimmy Choo, he was a Malaysian fashion designer based in the United Kingdom. And he is best known for co-founding Jimmy Choo Ltd, which became known for its handmade women's shoes. And actually, he is Hakka heritage, 就是客家人. So he once said he was heavily influenced by Chinese culture when he was growing up in Malaysia. And I guess many are curious why his last name Choo doesn't spell as CHOU, 就是周 in Chinese. It's because that when he entered England, when he entered British England, the customs don't know how to spell the Zhou, so it's the wrong spelling. But he just keep using Choo. Yes, and this is the background history of this brand and Jimmy Choo. In 1948, Choo was born in Malaysia, Penang, into a family of shoemakers. And in 1983, Choo graduated from Court Warner's Technical College in Hackney. Now it's a very famous fashion school in England. And in 1986, Choo opened and works at a shop in Hackney. He once said that he came up with his own shoes when he was 11 years old to make a shoe for his mother as a gift. And he said that after he entered this school, he finally started to design his first shoes. Yeah, he finally know how to design shoes. And in 1988, his design became featured in 8 pages in the issue of Vogue. And actually, it's a very historical and legendary event for him and for Vogue, because before him, no one has been reported for so many pages in Vogue. And since that, he becomes very, very famous. And in 1996, he co-founded Jimmy Choo Ltd with British Vogue magazine accessories editor Tara Maran. And it's at the same year the first Jimmy Choo store was opened on Mosscombe Street in London. 1990s, patronage from Princess Diana further boosted his image. Jimmy Choo once said that he met Diana for only one meeting, but after that she really appreciated her and his ideas and his masterpiece. So she ordered 6 pairs of his shoes, and he is very appreciated for Diana's because she opened his reputation.
Like the market.
Yeah, the market.
Opened the market for him.
Yes. So since that he became a very famous shoemaker designer in the international society, and many like fashionista and celebrities wear his shoes.
Excuse me. Elvira， 这样子可以被录到吗？如果他们带的那个麦克风带的是？可以，别人的声音都可以。OK， 要求。他们也可以别人身上。
这个。
那逸轩，你要不要带那个麦克风？
这个。
讲话然后这个可以了。
这个像一个夹，就是放在身上，它这边有个夹子，然后那个也是一样夹到你的那个上面。
那我放这里。好 ，And in 19， 等一下。Okay. And in 2001, he departed the company. So now this is the first store in 1996 he owned in London. And in 1997, Princess Diana wore his shoes in an occasion. And in I typed around it's 1988. Okay. And the achievement of this brand. Jimmy Choo is the 21st century luxury accessory brand with shoes at its heart, offering an unparalleled sense of glamour and a playfully daring spirit. This brand was among the first to bring shoes and handbags to Hollywood, where the red carpet proved to be the ideal runway for the brand. The brand's reputation as a celebrity favorite helped to fuel its rapid expansion. And this is Jimmy Choo's niece. She's name is Sandra Choi. She was born in the UK on the Isle of Wight, and she educated in Hong Kong. But she come back to London as a teenager to finish her secondary school. And during that time, she started to went to work with her uncle and found she's passion in designing shoes. And after that, she eventually abandoned his study so that she could devote to her career. And also in 1998 and 1996, she cooperated with Jimmy Choo and they established the brand. Okay, and this is the words from Jimmy Choo. Because he is a handmade shoemaker, and also his own family, like his father is a homemade shoemaker too. And he once said that making shoes by hand is an important craft. If all are made by machine, shoes will lose their lives. Because in the fashion world, trends always change. With comfort is external. His father's traditional craftsmanship taught him that shoe's shape changes with one's foot. So the longer you wear handmade shoes, the more comfortable you will feel. And his signature style is the 4-inch heel. So in his opinion, it is directly related to people's health. Because if you wear higher or lower than foot each heel, it may do harm to your foot. So he thinks it's a suitable style for women to wear. Okay, so that is the video watching.
to make such beautiful shoes?
What I'm doing, because I was designing for the control side, so it's one of design as well. I use a lot, most of my customer request for fabric. I design a lot of wedding shoes or evening function shoes, you know. I use a lot of satin, bouquet, silk, organza, you know, Thai silk as well, you know, when the Thai customer come to me. So I use a lot of fabric, not many layers, because I do more like evening and wedding shoes and kind of stuff.
Now you have your own Jimmy Choo couture design, so it's very important that people know that how they just contact you through private contact and ask you to make them pair of shoes. For instance, if somebody would like to ask you, how do they go about to?
Yeah, normally what you do, they have to get an appointment first. It's all by appointment, because the customer to me is very important. I must listen to them, you know, talk to them, you know, what's the request of them, you know. Then I from the sketch measure up the foot shape, then I design for them. They must come back to do the fitting as well. Just like making a dress, they must do a fitting. So as a shoe as well, they must do a fitting shoe as well.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Jimmy Choo, for being our special guest today for In Channel in Malaysia. And this is Dr. Jimmy Choo.
You are watching In Channel today in front of KLCC here with a beautiful lady here. And I wish you all happiness and enjoy our country. I'll come to Koh Samui, come to Thailand. I want to visit more temples and enjoy all the good food. I wish on In Channel the best happiness. Thank you.
Vocabulary parts. First is organza. Organza is a thin, stiff, transparent dress Barbie and made of silk or synthetic yarn. Just like the part of
here. And the example sentence is the bridesmaid wore a purple and white organza. And the second one is glamour. Glamour is an attractive or exciting quality that makes certain people or things seem appealing. Some people are attracted by the glamour of working in television. Campaign, an organized course of action to achieve a goal. The campaign is aimed specifically at young people. Specifically at young people. Gobsmack, just someone will, when they feel really surprised, then they will have a face just like a koala. He was completely gobsmacked when he won the award. Metallic, relating to or resembling metal or metals. She wore wearing a feminine pink blouse with a metallic skirt. And the next part is bestsellers.
Because our partner, she didn't come today, so
maybe we will.
Yeah, maybe we will just cover her part. So we didn't make this part. Okay? I'll try my best. This is Narc shoes. Yeah, it is a pointed toe stiletto pumps, and this shoes, I guess it's the height is 120 millimeter, and it's made of leather, and this is the price. And the NT dollar is 10,000, 5,000, 15,000, 600, 335. Okay. And this is the celebrities that wear the shoes. So you can see that the shoes is very popular among the celebrities. Yeah, they're all fond of this brand. Like Emma Stone, Kristen Stewart, Jennifer Lopez, and yeah, a lot of. Okay, and the next is Romy, is a pointed shoe pumps, and this style has different heights from flats, pinty to 40, 60, 85, 100, 110, and it's made of different materials like suede fabric, leather, and it's the price. Okay, and this is like Lily Collins and Katy Perry. I guess anyone knows them. Okay, and next is Lassie. It has different heights from flats to 100 millimeter, and its price is 550 euro. Like so many celebrities like Emma Stone, Sarah Paulson, Emma Roberts, and okay. The next is Pearl. Pearl is platform sandals, and it also have two different heights, and is the price. So it's a very luxurious shoes. So it's the celebrities. Next is mini shoes. The shoes is with two thin straps and a spindly heel, measuring 11.5 centimeter. Yeah, and so it's a leather can sandals. It's much cheaper than the previous ones. Okay, so the Jimmy Choo Mini, one red carpet shoe to rule them all. So for years, it has dominated the red carpets this season, and in this week that Candace kicks off, the crown looks sad to be stolen. So it's very common to see these shoes on the red carpet. So you see very many celebrities wear these shoes. Okay. So last is Gala. It's a pointed shoe flat with bow detail, and it's the price. Like it's a flat shoes, I guess,
And the trainers. This brand also has sporty trainers. Like there are 6 kind of designs. And this comes to the crushing part. Crushing 1. Do anybody know where is Jimmy Choo from? Can raise your hand or?
Where is he from?
Okay, he's from Malaysia. Yeah, Malaysia. Next question. Who is the first celebrity to wear Jimmy Choo? Okay, Diana, Princess of Wales. Yeah. What were Cinderella's shoes made of? It's from the video. 看一下. Yeah, Swarovski crystal. And what is Jimmy Choo famous for? Yeah, handmade women's shoes, wedding shoes, or couture shoes. Okay. Can anyone name 3 styles of Jimmy Choo's shoes? It's a hard question.
So do you remember the style of this kind? Is it
mini 吗？应该是。Yeah.
So many.
So yeah, very 很多 shoes. Okay, so name 3 celebrities who have worn Jimmy Choo's shoes.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone and Katy Perry.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. 有。Okay.
Almost like all of them.
All of them. So it's.
So it's really now very, very popular.
Yeah, it's a new design, so anyone like it.
From your data, how old is Jimmy Choo now?
He is born in 1948, so.
Born 1948.
Yes.
He's close to 8. He's close to 70.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a senior citizen.
Yeah, she's kind of like
how old is Zhang Xiaoye in Taiwan? Does anyone know? Yeah, our godmother, right? Our variety show godmother, Zhang Xiaoye. Okay, I just read a piece of news about her. Okay, she's also age of Jimmy Choo. Zhang Xiaoye is now 68. So if you know, because Jimmy Choo might be far away, not very familiar, but all of us in Taiwan, we all know who Zhang Xiaoye is, right? So if you put Zhang Xiaoye side by side with Jimmy Choo, you get a better idea how old his age, right? He was born in 1948, and people in Taiwan, we know that 49 is the historical year, right? So he was born about that time.
Yeah, it's like baby boomer. 婴儿潮。
Oh right, yeah, the baby boomer. So he's also in the language of the West considered one of the baby boomers.
Yes.
Right, but then he was born in Malaysia.
Yeah, born in Malaysia. Okay. So let's talk about fashion.
Oh yeah, so you also show the videos to. So yeah, you can tell us who is always and oh wow.
Yeah. Okay, this is our interviewer. Her name is Gloria Lee, and actually she is my roommate.
Oh,
yeah.
Gloria Lee. Oh,
yes.
I know her.
Oh, really?
You're from Yinghua.
Yeah, Yinghua.
She took my course in the past.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's like Chinese American.
Yes.
Like Lin Shuhao.
对，林书豪。Yeah,
Lin Shuhao's grandmother is still in Taiwan. Right?
Yes.
Okay,
so she's from Kentucky.
What is ACLC?
This is my department's name, Applied Chinese Language and Culture.
Oh, okay, great. ACLC.
Yeah, it's just an abbreviation.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Yes, and her hobby is...
Gloria also in ACLC?
Yes.
Oh, so she's in the same department, okay.
Yes. Okay, and her hobby is ukulele. Okay,
oh,
so...
wonderful. My daughter also learning that.
She's very talented. So because her mother tongue is English, so just skip to the video. This is our end of
So I have written on the blackboard, I don't know if you can read them, okay, my handwriting is kind of awful. So I have written, okay, from my notes, the vocabulary items, 至今. So we have now, one big thing about Jimmy Chu is that, okay, tell me what makes him special. He is, he's Malaysian, he is coming from a family which is the family is India, Malay, or you know in Malaysia they have multiple races, right? So Malaysia is a country composed of three major races, three major races, okay, which are Chinese, Malays, and Indians, okay. So the family, okay, is the Malaysian Chinese, okay. So that's wonderful. It's a Malaysian Chinese. That tells you, that indicates the migration, okay, migration or immigration history of overseas Chinese. Long time ago, okay, maybe in the 1700s when the Dutch came to Taiwan, right? Many of the Chinese went to Malaysia, migrated to Malaysia, and stayed there and had their families there. So there are now today, okay, the Malaysian Chinese, who are, however, citizens of the Republic of Malaysia. And what does his family do? So, okay, so he came, or he comes, okay, he comes from a family. Then 我们想到它有相关的字啊。So shoemaking is a family business. 承德 shoemaking is a family business, right? So in English we say he 会用这个带动词。Jimmy Chu 是不是？He
继承，你知道 the big famous guy, rich people like 郭台铭, like 王永庆, okay, they got much money, and the family, the sons, okay, 王永庆 many wives, right, 志军哈 many wives and many children, okay, all the descendants of the Wang family of Mr. Wang can inherit, okay, lots of money from his father, from Mr. Wang. So in other words, in the case of Jimmy Zhu, shoemaking is a family business. 陈德志军 shoemaking is also the family inheritance. Shoemaking is also the family inheritance. 嘉佩 got it? So shoemaking does not come to him, okay, like by chance. It's not something by chance, okay? It's something that he inherited from his family. His father was a shoemaker, and then probably, very likely, with high likelihood that his grandfather was also a shoemaker. It's a family business. In the luxury brand that we studied in the first half of the semester, okay, who is like that? Gucci's family. Remember that Gucci, okay, he has 3 sons. Remember Rudolfo, that I remember. Aldo, okay, is another one, and maybe George. Okay, so that's also a family inheritance. What the Zhu family makes shoes. Okay, what does a Gucci family make? Tingrong. What does a Gucci family make? Bags, trunks. Okay, they are trunk maker, they are the packer. No, I'm referring to Louis Vuitton. But then similar, very similar, okay, Gucci, they also make bags. So this is a family inheritance. 你看到语言在变了。This is shoemaking is a family inheritance. 或者说 he inherit, okay, the handcraft of shoemaking from his father. Shoemaking, 志军 does not come to Jimmy Zhu by chance. It's a family inheritance. It's a family inheritance. Okay? 那个坐在后面的同学，玉璇，你举手。坐在玉璇后面的同学 ，How about the case of Salvador Ferragamo? Is shoemaking, okay? Ferragamo is also famous for shoemaking, right? But then, in the case of Ferragamo, is shoemaking also a family inheritance? No, he does not. Okay, Mr. Ferragamo did not come from a shoemaking family business. Yes or no? 有没有？没有 okay, so in this regard, okay, Mr. Jimmy Zhu is different from Mr. Salvador Ferragamo. So Ferragamo, in a way, okay, perhaps, I don't know, okay, maybe more like a genius, I don't know. He does not learn the art and craft of shoemaking from his father. Is that right to say? Whereas, okay, I also did a little bit homework, okay, whereas Jimmy Zhu really, truly, okay, acquired the craft. 手工艺，你记不记得我们以前学背单字的时候说，art and craft， 就是我们在台湾长大劳作的概念，要用这个字 ，OK， 劳作的概念 ，craft，OK， is a handmade craft，right， 手工做的 ，OK，so Ferragamo，OK， 小莹。The shoes made by Ferragamo, okay, back in the 1920s, in the 1950s, when he went to Hollywood, okay, and made, you know, world famous, right? So he also made handmade shoes, Ferragamo, right? How about Jimmy Zhu? Jimmy Zhu does he make handmade shoes? Yes, so in this regard, okay, Mr. Jimmy Zhu and Mr. Ferragamo are similar. Right, both of them, okay, make handmade shoes. 手工的饼干，手工的你们爱吃的巧克力蛋糕怎么讲 ？Brownie, okay, the cookies, the brownies, okay, the cakes, okay. If they are handmade, if they are homemade, okay, that becomes something special. right? So that you can make cookies, you can make brownies, right? You can make birthday cakes, you can make 饺子 dumplings, okay? By hand, that means what? That means, wow, the guest today is really important, okay? 胡宥嘉 comes to 梁一平老师 house, 梁明老师 makes handmade cookies. My God, 胡宥嘉, that means you are super important for me, right? Okay, so handmade shoes adds special value, extra value to the pair of shoes, right? Handmade shoes. Okay, who? How? So how? What? So Yu Jia, you have a question?
So does he use the wooden legs, like
wooden what? Right, that I didn't see. That's interesting. He didn't show us. Right, in the case, 这很好哈。When we were talking about Ferragamo in his museum, there are like 20,000, okay, wooden models, wooden lasts, where he, measured the weights and heights of the feet of his customer, like Marilyn Monroe, right? And all these wooden forms are now the display items in the museum that we saw in the video. Many of them, okay, in the museum in Florence. In the Ferragamo Museum, okay. But then how about 逸轩? Do they mention 他做的手工定制鞋的木头的模型? Why is that? So we have to do research for that, okay? Maybe this is a very good question, okay? Maybe the technology of shoemaking has transformed so much from the time of Ferragamo when he was making his kind of shoe, handmade shoe that was, from the 20s to the 50s. Okay, maybe I'm guessing because I don't know how to make shoes, right? Maybe the technology of shoemaking, handmade, okay, shoes, okay, has transformed Xiaoying from the time of Ferragamo to that of Jimmy Choo. Maybe so that Jimmy Choo, when he makes, okay, he got an order from Menghan, say, hey, I want to buy, I want to pay you 2万块, 20,000 NT dollars. You do make a pair of shoes for me. And now Jimmy Choo does not use wooden lasts, okay, for his customers, okay, nowadays. I don't know, because we don't know, I don't know. It's never been mentioned. So Hu Youjia, you have to find out the answer for yourself. I'm sorry. But thank you so much. You remember the important 单字, which is what? 手工定制鞋的那个木头的模型。我记得那时候我有跟你们讲，对不对？那个字很特别啊。它模型这个概念，我们通常会用 model, right? We say model, or we say it's the form, right? But then this is very peculiar. It's lasts. I never know 这个字可以当名词用。对不对？好 we say that diamond lasts forever, right? That's how we learn the English language, okay? It's forever, it lasts forever. But then this is the last, so 谢谢胡宥嘉 that you truly pay attention to everything that the 老师 talks about. Yeah, 加分。So then, but then tell me, why is it important, okay? What's the relationship between Vogue, the fashion magazine Vogue, and the career of Jimmy Choo? Pingjie, do you remember? What's the career of Vogue? What's the relationship between the magazine Vogue and the career of Jimmy Choo? From the video, it's been mentioned. Pingjie, do you remember? Qian Yu is not here today, okay? You have another of your partner in your group, Qiaoxing. Do you get that? No? So we have to watch the video again. Does anyone know? The relationship between the magazine, fashion magazine Vogue, and his career. Ping Xuan knows, right? Tell us. Especially perhaps the first, is that right? 逸轩他讲对不对？你是品轩嘛，对不对？你是伟轩。炼容 ，OK， 好 ，Can you repeat again?
He's the first Asian designer who is mentioned in Vogue, and he's about 8 pages.
Right, he got 8 pages. Wow, Vogue, 一期的 Vogue, how many pages are there? Does anyone know? Maybe 120 pages. The Vogue, yeah, which is very expensive magazine, right? Have you ever bought one? In the past, okay, when I was 10 years younger, I subscribed to the Vogue. Oh, it cost me $1 million, okay? And then afterwards, I understand, you know, these are all useless to me, okay? I'm not thin enough, okay, I'm not high enough, okay, I'm not rich enough, so I'm sorry. I am out, okay, I am out. Vogue stays, okay, Yiping Liang is out, okay? So my relationship, my love affair with the magazine Vogue, okay, ever since then, you know, came to a closure. I spent so much money on the subscription. I think I subscribed to the magazine for 2 years because I was so much interested in the glamour, 就是魅力啊, of the world of fashion. And that's why I'm so excited this semester I'm teaching fashion, okay, because I spent all this money on the fashion magazines. Yeah, okay, so Yixuan, then back to the magazine Vogue. Okay, Yanrong, is her answer right? She got 8 pages, right? No, Jimmy Choo got 8 pages in the magazine. And then what else that you mentioned? Is he the first Asian designer? He was reported, he was included in Vogue, that's for sure. But we're not sure if he's the first Asian. Yeah. Yeah, he got 8 pages coverage. 你知道现在最近最夯的一个新闻是什么新闻？就是那个女作家自杀的新闻，对不对？是不是林奕涵？ So there's a full page coverage in the newspaper. Coverage, okay, 报道. So he got 8-page coverage in the magazine about his shoes. So that means what? That means pretty big. Okay, so probably he's the first Asian shoemaker after Ferragamo. Okay, in the West, people all know, crazy about Ferragamo, and he's been famous ever since the 1920s when he, you know, his career took off in Hollywood in the 1920s. Okay, so everybody knows about Ferragamo. 所以王开，你现在知道 Ferragamo 了吗 ？OK 了吗？你可以背下来他的名字了吗？法拉嘎莫 ，OK，Italian。你把那个 Gucci 念2次就好了 ，Gucci 是不是意大利人？那法拉嘎莫也是一个意大利人，4个音节啊 ，Ferragamo。Okay, so then Ferragamo. So then, so perhaps, I'm not sure, okay, perhaps Jimmy Choo may be the first Asian Malaysian shoe designer who's been, 来这个单字哈，我们说特色是不是这个字？师大的校园有什么特色？梦涵 ，What's the features of 师大 campus? Small and beautiful, okay, 小而美 ，Yeah, thank you, okay. Okay, what's the feature? So Ferragamo, no, Jimmy Choo is the first Asian designer who is being featured, okay? 被当特别的专栏处理 who's being featured in this #1 fashion magazine Vogue. Okay, so I think 在 video 也是用这个也是用这个字，对不对，远轩？你刚刚听到了吗 ？In the video. So he became, you know, instant famous after his shoes, okay, got 8-page coverage in the Vogue magazine. He's featured. 每一期的金周刊、天下杂志、哈、远见杂志，甚至 The Times Magazine 都有一个 feature story， 对不对？就是最重要的那个新闻或者是报道人物啊 ，the feature story. Okay, so the Vogue, so he became famous. Okay, then we say that in midterm we have a question regarding Audrey Hepburn. 婷蓉记不记得 ？She's the #1 celebrity who is being who collaborated with 3 fashion brand names. We all know that, okay? So she's an endorsement, okay? So who is Jimmy Choo's endorsement then? Is this world famous? 婷蓉, who is she? She is Lady Diana, or we say he's Lady Di. 然后我们要学另外一个单词 endorsement, and another synonym is patronage. 什么是 patronage 呢？你去买泡沫红茶，是不是？你是他的 customer。OK， 好。你去买高级定制服，哈，你还是他的 customer。他也许会用另外一个字，他说呢，你是我的 client， 对不对？好。可是你去买一个毕卡索的画，你去买一个还有谁的画？价值连城的。达文西的画 ，OK？ 你还是 customer 吗？你还是 client 吗 ？No， you become a patron， 懂了吗？所以 patron 意思其实就是顾客的意思。可是呢 ，not that you buy if you buy 泡沫红茶，你是不是 patron？ OK， 可是如果你买毕卡索，你买达文西 ，not only you buy the piece of art, okay, but also you speak to 达文西说 ，Hey Da Vinci, I'm so famous, I'm so important, I'm so rich, okay, you have to make a painting of me. I want you to make a painting for me, okay? 你委托一幅画叫达文西帮你画。In that case, you not only you pay the money for the painting, but also you ordered.You place the order, okay? You demand, okay, the portrait being made on behalf of you. Then you are the patron. In other words, you not only pay the money, but also you are the owner. You have the possession of that world famous piece by Da Vinci. You are the patron. Then patron 呢，然后再变成来是那个名词，对不对？Patronage. In other words, okay, Lady Diana 在那个单字 video 里头你会听到哈，或他们刚刚做的 PPT 会用到这个字 patronage. In other words, patronage is someone who support, okay, who shows the support, who endorse your art, your work, okay, your creativity. So, Lady Di, this is very very important, okay. 然后你发现这个关系，婷蓉。Who is the patronage of Jason Wu? Exactly. Okay, 你都需要名人帮你加持 ，Is that right? So you see the same kind of pattern, okay, between Jimmy Choo and Lady Di, and in that the other case, okay, Jason Wu and Michelle Obama. Okay, great. Okay, so this is a power and playful, and who is she? 婷蓉。Right, and what does she do? She designs shoes. OK， 那个周浩元今天没有来，他是他的艺术总监，怎么说 ？Yeah, got it. So this is a family inheritance, not only from the son, between father and son, but also between uncle and niece. 可是他的名字怎么拼的？So anyway， 因为周啊，有没有一个那个香港有一个珠宝叫什么？ Right, I think the Joe spells like this. Is that right? But then this is Joe and this is Jew. But I'm confused. Okay, maybe this is truly Joe is Jew. I'm not sure. Okay, but anyway, they are related. They are families. Okay, Sandra Joe, who's much younger. Okay, who's also trained in the UK. Okay, who's a family member of Jimmy Choo, and she works for her uncle, and she's now the artistic director of the Jimmy Choo company. Got it? And then from Sandra Choo, remember the video, we came to this one, okay? There's a collaboration between 名人喜欢找名人彼此加持嘛，对不对 ？Okay, so from Jimmy Choo, they went for collaboration, okay, between Jimmy Choo, the shoemaker, and Swarovski. Remember? 看到了吗？王开，对不对？哈，所以呢，这样子可以怎么样？好上加好 ，OK， 然后呢，轻上加轻，是不是？好 ，So there's a collaboration between Jimmy Choo and Swarovski, and that's the part of the video about that she talks about, and she mentions, that the Jimmy Choo, the design of Jimmy Choo shoes, okay, empower women, and also, okay, that they want to make the shoe design playful. Remember that? But there's something else that we okay. So and one thing, another thing, 4寸高的高跟鞋大概是几公分？4寸高的高跟鞋是快20公分吗 ？Is that 20, 10? 4寸 10公分 ，okay, it's about 10 centimeters, okay, 10公分 like that, okay. So this is his trademark, okay. This is his trademark. He also talks about the making of shoes. This is a collaboration, okay, and this is a 单字 that 逸轩 okay they mentioned. Organza 是什么？纱的中文中的那个纱哈，glamour 就是魅力的意思 ，OK？ Who has glamour nowadays? Audrey Hepburn has glamour, OK？Campaign 就是所有的选举的运动，是不是 ？Campaign 这个字你们应该会啊，这个字比较特别。当他知道他得到冠军的时候，他自己都吓一大跳，对不对？是不是？刚刚你的例句，这个字怎么念 ？Gobsmacked。是不是 smacked 这个字比较特别哈？然后呢，我们说呢，老师的鞋子有一个金属的色泽，金属是 metal， 那金属的呢？梦涵，怎么重音放在哪里 ？metallic 是吗 ？metallic，OK，M-E-T-A-L-I-C，Am I right？ 这个写错了吗 ？metallic 重音在这里，是不是逸轩？是不是陈琳？是不是重音在这里 ？Metallic is that right？ 哦 ，L 两个 L，OK，metallic，OK， 好 ，metal 重金属哈，有一种音乐是什么 heavy metal， 那金属色的老师的这双鞋子有一个什么？有一个 metallic glamour。Okay, so I wear everything black, but you know there is a metallic touch. Okay, that you know highlights her outfit.Okay, so metallic 这个单字 OK 了吗 ？metallic， 还有他提到很多，这个就真的太辛苦了，不用去背了哈。不同的鞋子的款型，我们一辈子也不会花15000块。对我啦，因为我已经50多岁了，我可以这样讲，我应该不会去花15000多块。你们我不晓得 ，You are so young, right? You are young, you are thin, okay? You're going to be famous and rich. So maybe one day, 玉璇 you're going to spend 20,000 NT dollar to buy a pair of mini. Okay, or maybe Yixuan, when you teach Chinese, okay, 5 years down the road, maybe you will wear a pair of Romy to teach Chinese, maybe in Germany. How about that? Okay, so it's up to you. Okay, but for me, I always wear flats. 我不能穿高跟鞋啊，我穿高跟鞋我就昏倒了。Also, another matter is that I'm too heavy, okay? So I don't think that I can wear high heels. They are not good for me, okay? I never feel comfortable in high heels. So Xiaoxue, maybe for you, okay? I'm not sure. But anyway, so these are so many names, okay? The styles of the shoes. I don't think we're going to be too much bothered by them. 好，刚刚有同学跟我讲说，哈，那个 video 啊，里头有太多的那个subtitle， 它翻译的好不好？小轩、逸轩，你先上来帮我们的好，他翻译的其实不好哈，所以我们再我刚刚是把我的 notes 里头的字找出来，你们还有没有 notes？ 有没有单字是老师没有讲到的？有没有？陈琳，你有没有？哦，你是做报告的哈。小轩，你有没有？我没有讲到，待会我们再讲。好好 ，Let's watch the video, the short films today, 2 short videos today. Watch them again. Hopefully after my 补充，是不是 ？Hi, 陈凯翔 how are you doing? Glad to see you. You'll be able to get the words. And if you still there are words that we don't understand, and see if we can work on them together. Okay? 陈德，好吗？好，再来看2遍，这2个 video 都不是特别难哈。然后很好玩的就是马来西亚华人哦，靠卖鞋子、设计鞋子，在英国功成立万。然后呢，得到了英国的最有魅力的女人，好，戴安娜王妃的加持。所以你发现哦，这个designer 都需要得到有名的女人，好，然后帮他做广告。然后呢，就像最近的例子就是Jason Wu 在台湾出去的 Jason Wu，What's his name？ 吴继刚，对 ，OK， 所以呢非常好玩哈。那 Jimmy Choo 已经是个70岁的老先生了，戴安娜王妃死掉20多年了吧，好，所以 in other words， 当 Jimmy Choo 是50来岁的时候，是不是哈？戴安娜王妃呢穿了他的鞋，然后呢让他呢在他的事业上又平步青云，在英国哈然后你们刚刚看到了吗？所有的这些当代的 最红的女明星们几乎都在穿 Jimmy Choo。然后台湾呢，很多的台湾的在很红的当令的女明星，大陆也是每个人都是每天都穿的那个10公分的 Jimmy Choo。Okay, according to Jimmy Choo, high heels does good to health. Wow. OK， 好，我们再来 watch 这2个 very short videos。And 他们其实都没有特别难不过很不好意思，同学们，是的，他的那个 subtitles 因为不是我做的，我也做不来的品质真的不是太好，所以呢，他因为他好像可以帮你忙，可是呢，如果你真的很认真看，你会昏倒，你会吐血，你会不晓得该怎么办所以呢，就没有关系，我们在班上我们可以大家一起帮大家，我们有英文非常棒的同学，有多益课900分的。有那个托福120分的同学请大家张大眼睛 ，OK， 耳朵听好来，因为 video 不是很短，也没有特别难。然后老师刚刚已经讲过了，对不对？一些所谓的单字上的重点还有我觉得文化上的重点，因为我们对马来西亚华人，你念东亚系的嘛，就会更有一些感觉马来西亚华人，好 ，OK， 我们再来听一次
We have our very special interview with our special guest, Dr. Jimmy Choo.
Jimmy Choo， 所以没有办法。也许逸轩你要停
He is a legendary world shoemaker and shoe designer, as all of you know, and he's also the ambassador of Tourism Malaysia.
帮马来西亚推广观光，对不对？Ambassador。
What are the materials that you use to make such beautiful shoes?
What I'm doing, because I was designing for the couture side, so it's one of the design as well. I use a lot. Most of my customer request for fabric.
So can you stop a sec？ 停一下好吗？所以这边你们听到他在讲什么吗？这个是错的，对不对？他说是 retro site， 是 retro site 吗 ？Do you get that？ 伟轩，听得出来吗？这个 doesn't help， 这个地方的 subtitle 做得很不好，对不对？好，没有办法。那燕柔，你有听到吗？哎，跑掉了。I use a lot of my customers， 什么 customer 会 regretful？ 怎么会 customer 会 regretful 呢？这是不可能的嘛，所以你们有听到他在讲什么吗？听不太清楚有没有人听得比较清楚的？好 ，let's play this part one more time, okay?
The control side, so it's one of the design as well. I use a lot. Most of my customer request for fabric.
Oh, I know. I use a lot of most my customer request. 客人说要什么料子材料，他就用客人指定的材料。Okay, that we got. Fabric I design. Okay, then we go on.
I use a lot of setting, seal.
等等setting 是什么 ？ACETIK 是不是？缎是不是 ACETIK？ 你查查看你手机有没有带来 ACETIK。我希望我没有拼错是我们讲绸缎，该死，也许绸和缎都是这个字吧。中文系的会骂我They are two different fabrics。绸缎，然后呢，它也用什么？它还用 silk。然后它也用 silk 是丝，对不对？那 organza 刚刚他们有报告是纱，我们常常讲雪纺纱。Actually, I don't know what exactly is 雪纺纱。They all look very similar to me, okay? But anyway, ACETIK 是不是一个单字？是不是是正确的吗？或者是你从倒过来查绸或缎，绸或缎去用中文查英文。 They are either 绸 or 缎。And then he uses silk. He also uses organza. How we can continue? Okay, so 又加你查。Thai silk. He uses a lot of Thai silk. 有没有记得有一个很有名的 Thai silk 的牌子？一个英国人到泰国去，然后呢，发现泰国的丝的品质非常好，他就留在泰国，然后就开始做生丝的买卖，变成泰国的一个品牌了。记不记得？就在泰国的那个曼谷的那个机场，每个人那个客人要离开的时候，都要一定要带一个小小的那个他的那个丝巾回来，我忘记他的名字了。Anyway， 好，所以他用很多的 Thai silk， 可是他把它翻译成 soup， 所以你不能就很好笑，这样免得大家睡觉哈。As well as over the Thai customer come to me， 所以我也听不懂。那个佑嘉你查出来了吗？绸或缎的
好像都是不管绸缎还是丝都是 silk。
OK。
这个是什么
？SATIN。Setting 哦 ，OK， 所以 SATIN 是什么？缎 ，OK， 好，老师拼错了哈，因为老师正在学印尼文 ，OK， 好 ，setting 是正确的英文单字，它是什么？就是缎或绸的意思啦，好，所以它用很多做衣服的材料，哎 ，That's interesting. That's something that Asian people do, right? The Chinese people do. Our concept of 绣花鞋, actually the fabric for 绣花鞋 is mostly silk or satin, right? Or organza, right? Or any of them. 绸、缎、丝。Okay, so he uses lots of that. I think that's the influence from his Chinese background, the Hakka background, okay, being Chinese. So he uses a lot of that, okay, and also he uses especially Thai silk. 好，再往下面走哈。So he uses a lot of fabric, 布料。做旗袍的布料 silk, satin, okay, organza, and what else, okay? But then he doesn't use leather that much. But then later on we understand, okay, he does use leather. Or Sandra, the artist director, okay, Sandra Jo, she uses leather, right? But then as far as this originator, Jimmy Choo, is concerned, okay, at the very beginning he uses the fabric a lot. 他用布料很多 not so much of leather, okay, because 再继续
Now you have your own Jimmy Choo couture design.
I think Jimmy Choo couture design he uses, okay, 因为什么 haute couture 是高级定制服，可是他把这个概念也延伸到鞋子来，所以它变成 Jimmy Choo couture shoe design, right? So you heard that very Malaysian English. It's very important that go.
How do they just contact you through private contact and ask you to make them their shoes? For instance,
so 4 steps, okay, for shoemaking. Now let's listen. 继续。
How do they go about to?
Yeah, normally what you do, they have to make an appointment first. It's all by appointment because the customer to me is very important. I must listen to them, you know, talk to them, you know, what's the request from them.
So you have to make a
from the sketch.
You have to make appointment, and you know they have to talk. What's your request? And then he will make a sketch. So he doesn't make wooden foam. So perhaps this answers your question, Youjia. Maybe by making the sketch is much quicker, more efficient. Okay, time saving, right? More efficient than making the wooden foam. He uses sketch. So appointment, 然后 request, okay, sketch, and then 再来，逸轩 measure up the feet shape. Fitting 最后一个是怎么样？做好了以后要试穿，就像旗袍一样、西装一样，对不对 ？You must come back for fitting. 这不是 astrology 啊，解剖怎么讲？人体解剖怎么讲？我忘记。赶快大体解剖怎么讲？解剖学astrology, astronomy. 就好像他是医生要帮这个人的脚做解剖一样，所以你一定要回来 fitting。所以 Avera 解剖怎么讲？我记不得。Astrology, astronomy. 天文学，我忘记了。So 逸轩写在黑板上。宥嘉，你查出来了吗？所以他这边是要讲解剖那个解剖学那个字啦。Anatomy great super 谢谢你梦涵哈 Anatomy OK 所以他要回来就是第一一定要先做预约，然后呢要面谈，然后他要帮你做画图 OK 最后呢你一定要来回来试穿，因为整个他要把你的脚像医生一样 OK 做 anatomy 对不对？做 anatomy through anatomy。所以它有点像脚科大夫一样，所以 that's why you can wear okay 4.5 inches high heel and you still can jump and hop and run. You can still jump and run after the bus, okay? Because they make sure the shoes, okay, the high heel, okay, the stiletto shoes will be extremely comfortable for all these very very busy movie stars, superstars, okay? Anatomy. OK， 好，这个应该是 anatomy， 好 ，that way we know。好，再来。
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Jimmy Xu, for being our special guest today.
OK， 好 ，so let's stop here. So he is 马来西亚观光大使，怎么说？ He is the ambassador of tourism in Malaysia, right? So tell me the first step to get a pair of handmade shoes from Jimmy Choo. 第一个是 appointment， 第二个呢 talk， 就是你要知道你的 request， 你的 occasion 是不是？好，你的 price range， 对不对？然后第三个是什么 sketch， OK？ 然后第四个呢 you have to come back for fitting。 Okay, so this is how you can get a pair of shoes made by Jimmy Choo. Tell me what materials he uses. Silk, especially from Thai. Okay, Thai silk is, especially famous. What else that he uses? Similar to silk, he also uses 陈琳刚我们查的 S 开头的 satin 绸或缎，还有嘞 organza， 怎么念那个字？ organza 就是纱啦，雪纺纱、纺绒纱 ，whatever 纱。夏天到了，女孩子们很爱穿，日本女生都很爱穿那种纱纱的衣服 ，which I hate。好，只有你们可以穿，你们瘦，我这种人是不能穿，我只能都要穿 linen，OK， 或者是对 linen， 因为 linen 的料子厚。 重哈，所以我穿 linen 会比较看起来瘦。Okay, anything else? What else? Okay, I guess that's it. Anything else? 没有了吧哈。So I think we say
this is Dr.
Jimmy Choo. 哦，他们就在讲说祝你恭喜发财啦，然后呢早生贵子啦哈，然后呢多子多孙啦，然后福寿又有钱哈。So we can stop here. Let's go to Sandra Joe. Okay, the collaboration between Jimmy Choo the shoes and Swarovski. Swarovski 是奥地利的品牌，对不对哈？它有多久了呢？它有120年了。然后一个老的品牌跟它合作哈。Okay, look at that.
stands for unique designs for
Creative Director, Luxury. The future of accessory, okay? Okay, stop. That you have an idea that requires sparkle. 需要一个火花 Okay, you have an idea. 春天来了哦，所有的人历朝历代人都歌颂春天，对不对？I need a sparkle. How can I, describe the spring? Okay, that's new, that's never been heard. That's something that sparkles. Okay, that sparkles. So whenever we need got an idea, requires sparkle and the touch of glamour. 你看这其实都很简单嘛，对不对？ An idea that needs a sparkle and touch of glamour. Right, touch of glamour. So Lady Di does that. Okay, who else? 现在的那个王妃 Kate, Duchess Duchess, okay, she does that, okay, and then who else? Michelle Obama, okay, has a touch of glamour. I'm not sure about Ivanka Trump. Does she have a touch of glamour? Yes, she does. Okay, she's so rich and powerful. Okay, 好，再来 sparkle 哈，火花。
There's nothing like it. I know my crystal quite well, and I know a certain aspect that they will play in.
They play with the design, okay? So they play with the design， 就是像上次周浩源报告的那个Gucci 找那个疯子艺术家，街头的涂鸦艺术家叫什么名字 ？Wild Andrew。然后制作了2016年的一个系列，叫做什么？叫做 Gucci Ghost。Right, that's a play, a touch of play. They play with the design, OK， 让它变得原来很经典的，变成非常的胖克。好，来，接下来很快还有1分钟哈。
The Cinderella shoes taken on my bow and James. She chose to retreat.
OK， 好，他设计了一双鞋，叫什么？灰姑娘，灰姑娘英文怎么讲 ？The Cinderella shoes。她的 patron 叫什么名字？是 Lady Di 吗 ？Sandra Jo 的 patron 名字我没有记住，你记住了吗？好 ，Lily James。OK，so the patron 付钱买画的人是 patron， 对不对？好 ，the patron who pays for this pair of shoes 叫做 Lily Chen，and this pair of shoes is called Cinderella。你知道那个灰姑娘玻璃鞋的故事是不是？就是所有的鞋的一个所谓的原型典型。So this is a pair of Cinderella。它是什么？刚刚我们学过那个字啊，梦涵前面尖尖的怎么讲 ？Pointed toe。尖尖的叫 pointed toe， 这样子的细尖高的鞋子是谁发明的？期中考有考过哈，那个人还记不记得 Henry Roger Vivier， 1950年代也是帮好莱坞巨星们发明的哈。他发明了这种鞋子，非常细跟高，像酒瓶跟高的鞋子叫什么？叫 stiletto shoes。简单讲就是 high heels， 对不对？然后这个鞋子呢，前面包头鞋叫什么？包头鞋，刚刚课本英文里头有讲 video， 陈凯翔包头鞋怎么讲 ？Pump， 记不记得？所以我们说它叫做 pointed toe stiletto pump， 就是这种哦。这个鞋子啊，你到那个Jimmy Choo 的鞋店去看，一双一双一双又一双，这变成它的一个signature 了，就是 pointed toe stiletto pump。可是这一双帮Lily Chen设计的这一个款，它有一个特别的名字，叫做 Cinderella，comes from the fairy tale Cinderella。你穿上这双鞋，你就嫁给那个王子了，你就乌鸦变凤凰，对不对 ？That's a story of 灰姑娘。That's a story of 灰姑娘 ，right? So this is a story of Cinderella， 乌鸦变凤凰。OK，if you are 10 centimeters high, taller。Okay, and this is a pair of Cinderella, especially for the patron, okay, Lily Chen. 好 ，Lily James, I'm sorry. 好 ，she chooses Jimmy Choo. 所以呢 ，Lily James 是她的 patron. Okay, we design for her. 好，来继续。For the whole campaign.
I told my little girl at home that Cinderella wore on shoes. She was
Okay, here we go. When she put on that pair of Cinderella, Lily James, she was 她不敢相信她自己变成凤凰了。Okay, if I can lose 10 kilos, I will be gobsmacked. 对不对 ？I'll be gobsmacked. 对不对？好 ，OK. So 这是她哪一年的 design？ 2015年为一个特别的客人，他的 request 就是要一双pointed toe stiletto pump. So Jimmy Choo answered to her request and designed this pair of Cinderella. When she put on, and realized that she changed from a 灰姑娘, right, to a princess, that she became a princess. Okay, so then Lily James was gobsmacked. Okay, let's finish this. So there may be just 2 or 1 sentences. Oh, bondage ballerina 什么意思？再来 it was. It has a metallic play to it. 有一个 Napa leather tie. The whole thing very emotional. 她的鞋子 can we get back to the shoes? Okay, you can go on. Water crystal 水晶钻是不是？
Carry on that strong relationship. Swarovski provided the right kind of resources and the designers to go away and dream up these crazy things. The future is endless.
So he designed all this stuff, okay, crazy stuff for the future. 什么叫做 bondage ballerina? I think that refers to bondage ballerina. Ballerina 是芭蕾舞囊，那bondage 是那个，哈？绑带。OK， so 那个鞋子有绑带吗？
后面可以选。
Oh, so bondage ballerina refers to a second design, not the Cinderella, but another one. Oh, okay. 我刚刚只有注意看字，我没有看图片。所以 does that help? 所以 bondage ballerina refers to another design that uses the lace. 我听到他讲那个 lace， 就是那个芭蕾舞鞋不是要那个系带子吗？你记不记得那个鞋子，对不对 ？Lace up 就是依照绑带子，对不对？所以另外那一双鞋的design 叫做 bondage， 因为你把它绑起来了的 ballerina， 好像一个芭蕾舞囊被绑住了一样，就是你要去绑那个鞋带 ，OK， 那个鞋子的名字，然后那个鞋子上面还用了水晶钻 water crystal。Right， 然后他说他可以就是用一个非常 wild 的 design，and hopefully that she can carry on this relationship with Swarovski， you know that goes into the future。所以他们都是要好上加好，亲上加亲哦，有钱要更有钱，有名要更有名，都是找已经因为这个 Jimmy Choo。 才20年嘛，从1996年他在伦敦开第一间 boutique 开始，他才25年左右，对不对？那可是那个 Swarovski 已经120多年，奥地利的老牌的一个饰品水晶店，所以他们要年轻的找年老的，对不对？然后希望这样子的 collaboration 哈，历史短的去找历史悠久的，然后呢一个。 马来西亚来的华人到英国去成名万业，对不对？他要找一个奥地利、欧洲的老牌的牌子，能够呢亲上加亲。然后Sandra Joe 是年轻的，对不对？帮他的叔叔做家族企业，他当然希望能够跟 Swarovski 这样子的合作关系 collaboration 能够继续。 OK 好吗 ？OK，Thank you very much， 逸轩 ，Thank you 哈。So 我觉得很棒，为什么我们也是华人哈？那华人在全世界开花散叶哈。所以呢，我们知道在美国的那些我们熟的什么李开复啦，还有 Who else？But also 这个华人是马来西亚的，他现在已经在英国。 功成立万，哈，他其实年纪很大了，70来岁，然后在英国念了一个有名的学校嘛，对不对？那为什么马来西亚人都喜欢去英国？殖民的关系，就像台湾人喜欢去日本一样。 Right， 所以你懂了吗？它是有一个殖民的关系哈。台湾人去日本，那马来西亚人因为被英国殖民过好久哈，从1860年代吧，还是更早，英国人就在那个马六甲海峡那边开始呢去殖民马来西亚。 好，所以因为这样子的关系，很多的马来西亚人会有2个护照，一个是马来西亚护照，一个是他们英国。那马来西亚最有名的人最有钱的人是谁？是杨万里。 杨宗理，他是从金门，他爸爸是金门人，因为金门活不下去了，不是国民党来打，就是日本人来打，要不然就共产党来征收高税收，所以他的爸爸从金门移民到马来西亚，然后在马来西亚呢赚了很多的钱，所以今天英国伦敦的那个自来水公司，你知道是谁的吗？是来自金门的华人。 杨宗理的 ，OK， 他就是今天跟 Jimmy Choo 一样，所以你到英国去，你会看到很多像 Jimmy Choo 一样的，大概有双重国籍的 Malaysia Chinese，OK， 然后他们讲的英文很像谁？很像刚刚那个主持人。 Terima kasih the ambassador 的，所以你发现东南亚的人讲英文呢都有这样子一个口音，对不对？所以英文是一个世界的语言，它并不属于美国，也不属于英国，你懂我的意思吗？所以这种英文都会听到的。Okay, let's finish today.